Good evening, lovely people. Hope you're well, and we are back with another edition of Rival Watch featuring Kop-Ish calling. How you feeling, man? I see you dancing, still buzzing from the other night, top of the
Hey,
league and that,
bro,
top of
I'm
the
still
league.
living it up. Just living it up. Bro, listen, man, top of the league, bro. I know it's only 3 points, but we're top of the league, innit? We beat Spurs.
Indeed.
Not a lot of people, neutrals, were saying this could be Liverpool's, this could be the game where they become unstuck. This could be the game where all these injuries is going to come to fruition now and they're going to struggle. Less of that. None of that. We move. Because we're just that team, bro. Mentality monsters. Are you mad? Come on.
Feels good,
Bobby
brother.
as well.
Feels
Bobby
good.
for me. But I'm still living the vida loca with Bobby, right? Are you mad?
I've watched the goal from as many angles as I could find, and it just gets better and better each time.
Trust me.
Shout out Ishmael. So what we'll do is we'll speak about the rival fixtures, then we'll release the link for people to call in, and then you'll be able to do that. So you'll find a link in our YouTube description. Yeah, I found my juice. Little man tried to take it the other day, but we said no.
And I got mine. Whiskey and ginger and a cheese. Shout out you man that know about this trick. Little nice one tonight.
John Conway. Good evening, guys. Evening to yourself, John Conway.
Good evening, John. Hope everyone's having a blessed Friday, man. Looking forward to the game tomorrow, bruv. Trust me. Palace.
Should be a good one. Obviously, guys, we've done a preview for that game, so make sure you check that out as well.
Trust me.
Big weekend of fixtures.
It is, bro.
Which one?
It is.
Thinking...
The headliner.
Start, Matt?
I'll say the headliner. Spurs versus Leicester. Bro, I'll be real with you. This is where I think we're going to see... In fact, we'll talk about the form quickly. I think Spurs, obviously, they lost against us, and I think the game before that, they drew to West Ham. So they've got one win, one draw. And when it comes to Leicester, I'm pretty sure they've got a draw and a win as well. I think they won their last game, if I'm not mistaken, people. But don't curse me on that.
Yeah, so Leicester lost their last game against Everton.
Oh, yeah, of course they did. What am I talking about? That was the shock one. Because I was like, Leicester losing to Everton. Of course, bruv. Of course. Bro.
It's a big game.
Real. Yeah. And Everton are playing Arsenal as well. I think.
Yes, and Leeds against Manchester United.
So there's some juicy fixtures, but sticking to the Spurs versus Leicester, yeah. I'm gonna be real, Cal. If Spurs don't win this game, would you say that they're out of the title race, or do you still feel like even if they draw or lose, they're still gonna be in it?
They'll still be in it. Still be in it. It'll make it difficult. It will make it difficult. Like this weekend fixtures, like you think about the game against us for Tottenham. Obviously, that's missed out on 1 point and missed out on 3. So they came from the game with nothing. And you think of the game against Leicester now, how big that is. And when you consider the league positioning of both clubs, so it's going to get that up on the screen.
Yeah. While you're doing that, I'll say this as well, Carl. Regarding, I think Spurs, you are right. I think they'll be there and thereabouts. But this is the first time in a while where we're going to see what Spurs are made of, Carl. Because they've obviously won a little run until they obviously lost to us. And it's going to be interesting to see how they bounce back, especially after Mourinho's little... What should we say? Outburst.
Meltdown. We'll call it a meltdown.
Let's call it a meltdown. No, for real, let's call it what it is. It was a meltdown. No joke. Like, you know what I mean? But I think this is where we're going to see the real Spurs, bro. Like, real talk. Leicester, they're kind of flapping about a little bit. As you said, lost to Everton. Can they bounce back? Who's at home? Spurs, isn't it?
Yeah, Spurs are at home. So that game is 2:15 on Sunday. So yeah, Tottenham are at home, Leicester City away. And looking at the league table as things stand, Tottenham are second in the league on 25 points. Leicester are fourth in the league on 24 points. So
it's only a point behind.
Only a point behind.
So that's a point behind. It's a big game.
Very big game.
But you know,
Tottenham win this game, then they stretch a lead between them and Leicester.
Yeah.
If Leicester win this game, then they're in the title. They're in the title challenge.
No, for real. Someone already said it in the comments. Shout out whoever this is. I didn't check the name. Sorry, I didn't see the name. In fact, let me see if I can bring it up because I don't want to disrespect you. That's it. SG. He says Leicester are inconsistent.
Yeah.
Yeah, because really and truly, that Leicester team, I thought would have beat Everton because Everton had a lot of key players missing. Remember, they had Digne missing, who's a big force for them, especially going down the flank. And I thought to myself, do you know what? Leicester should have the beating of them. Leicester are a strong unit, but it just goes to show you the Premier League, bro. Hard to predict, man. Hard to predict. But this game, I'm expecting probably Spurs to win, Cal, because Spurs being at home.
Yeah, they need to bounce back.
And I think Mourinho will ride them up. And I actually think they might actually try some attacking football and try and dominate the game rather than sit back what they did against us. That's what I think. Because that's what they like to do. Sit back when they play against big teams, especially when they're away from home.
So what are you saying for a score then, Matt?
I'm going to say Leicester will score. I think Vardy will cause problems. But I still think Spurs will probably take this one 2-1. I think 2-1.
I'm going 3-1 Tottenham.
Okay, 3-1.
Yeah. What are you saying, Jeff? What are you saying? Leicester or Tottenham?
Both wounded animals. Both playing well this season. Leicester look a bit shaky defensively. 2-2.
2-2. Is that what you hope for? Or is that what you think?
I was going to say. Nah, that's hope. That's hope. That's hope. You think 2-2 though, real talk?
If I'm being a bit more kind of, I wouldn't say realistic because Leicester can beat Tottenham. They're good enough to beat Tottenham. But if I'm being a bit more how this season has gone so far, then probably 2-0 or 2-1 to Tottenham probably.
You're sitting on the fence, Drift. We need a score, bro. We need a score.
Yeah, but you remember you can give predictions on these, fam. This ain't Liverpool, bro. So you know what I mean?
All right. Which stadium is it at?
Spurs at home.
Spurs, yeah.
Yeah, they're at home.
2-0 Spurs.
2-0. Okay.
Yeah,
okay.
That's more like it.
Matt from Fake Taxi. Obviously, this is not the Matt, but it's a good question. Obviously, we saw him make an appearance for the viewers' reaction video. Are we going to get Gaz on for a special? I think we need to, guys. I think we need to try and get Gaz in.
Well, We'll talk to my man, the bearded one, as they say. We'll get him on.
I was gonna speak about that. If Gaz comes in, are you all right to just bick it for a show? Is that all right? Because obviously,
I'm not gonna lie.
Free beard with one no beard. It's a bit unfair, really. So if you could just for one show, if you could bick it, if you know, unison and that.
I'll let you in. I'll let you in on a little secret. I was waiting for a beard trimmer for Christmas to shave my beard down, and I think I might just buy myself one and not burden other people with it, and kind of cut it down this week.
Good. So yeah, you might as well, bro. What you got to do, bro?
Yeah, because my missus doesn't even like my beard this high anyway, so I know she'll like it if I cut it off. And
he needs a beard.
And as I said, it's an accident because I need a new beard trimmer. So when I'm doing the shaping, I'm actually using a cutthroat, That's how skilled I am. See, when I'm doing the shaping,
I can use that still. I can use that. But
obviously with a cutthroat, you can't take any of this down. Yeah. Like, you can't do anything about this unless you're taking it off, obviously.
Yeah.
I know what you're saying.
Bad, man.
Drifty shave in front of cow just to spite him. I'm not gonna lie. We may come if you did that, Drift. We may come to blows if you did that, Drift.
No. All you would need to do, Cal, is big up Icon Barbers. But what you have to do is just get Vinny to just give you a shape up live on show to both. Like, do you know what I mean? Drift can't do that in dead. And now what could I, bro?
You're right. Still, you're right.
Exactly.
Yeah. The top's long at the moment. I might cane row the top. The top's quite long now. Still, I'm serious. He's long. I might cane row the top.
I'm sure. All right, mate.
Little style and that. Get it aside new for 2021.
All right, what are we saying? You're going to do Raheem Sterling, yeah? Like we done the other day, fam?
No, I'm not going to do that.
Man, like he's from Don't Be a Menace.
Yeah.
While drinking juice in the hood.
Do you know what? Yeah, when it comes to hairstyles, I think Raheem's lost. He's tried every single hairstyle there is.
He's bored, fam.
He's bored. All right.
Boredom, doesn't know what suits him. I don't know. Whatever it is, he's trying all kinds. It's mad.
Oh, allow me. No hair, no beard, Coward, no hairline. You know what, guys? let me stress this to you. I'm in a good mood, yeah, but I ain't got a trim.
He's got a hairline,
but it's just a bit peak, innit? I've got a hairline, it's there. I went closer to the camera for you, man. It's just peak, innit? What I'll say is this: like I said, can't ask me to come outside, and neither can Aubameyang, and I'll leave it there. And you, man, know these men have got receipts. They've seen it. So, boy, innit?
You know what? You lot know how much I love Sadio to death. But if I bucked him, I'd be like, bro, you've got to now. You've got to. You know what? That's probably why he's not finishing properly right now, because it's on his mind 24/7.
Do you want to know what? You know, I think you guys were talking about the other day, yeah? You see Mane's hair. Obviously, the hairline is far back in it, but I noticed, like, as you said, Cal, it's getting thinner at the top. Yeah. Like, it's getting wispy, like wisp.
Yeah. No. You know what? I reckon that's the reason why during the summer he trimmed it down, because he knew it was thinning out, and now it's grown back, and it hasn't grown back properly, because everyone knows when you're going bald, the one thing you don't do is cut it, or it's game over, bro.
Yeah,
it's game over. If you cut it when you're going bald, it's game over, bro. Because your hair thinks that you've given up as well, and it just gives up, innit? Like,
yeah, it's a problem. It's a problem. It must do though, innit? It's just like, oh, so you're doing it now then? Fair enough. You're working. You've been working me overtime. Thanks for the break.
Man said that the hair's got powers, moving like X-Men. You know, the hair's talking to you like, bro, if you do this, it's game.
But you know what? Everyone needs to embrace their baldness and roll with it. It's all right. You always think it's going to be bad on the other side. It's fine when you get there.
No. I get what you're saying, because at the end of the day, you can't have a hairline for your whole life. You just can't. It's not realistic.
Well, I've got a couple brethren whose dads are in their 70s and they still have a hairline.
I hear that. All right, let me just say, it's very rare for someone to have it for their whole life. I'm not saying they can't have it.
Yeah.
Because even my granddad, until he was like, what? Yeah, maybe about 70. Man had a better hairline than me. Like, I was like, granddad, like, come on.
You know what it is, bro? You see, when we were growing up, if you could go back in time, the number one thing you'd probably tell yourself is stop trying to look sharp as a teenager. That's going to come and bite you in the arse when you're a young
Bro, do you know I was that guy, and this is no word of a lie. Shout out my brother.
Every week getting a shape up.
Every week, man had to feel like I was Drake. Every week, shape up, line up. And don't get me wrong, it looked sick. Until one day, I can't remember how old I was. I got a line up and went, nah, this line ain't the same. This line has gone back to the future. Like, I thought Doc was gonna say, Marty or Matt, we gotta go back. You've gone back, bro. It was peak, and I leave it there.
Universal boss Jurgen Klopp. Shout out to Dinesh Karai. Shout out to Dinesh Karai, been of our long-term supporters and members. Gentlemen, Liverpool are going to win the Premier League. Thiago is close to coming back after Klopp press conference. Which game do you think he will start?
Bro, don't gas me up on the Thiago stuff. Don't do it. I've had my heart broken by Richarlison. Like, what, 4 games into the season or whatever it was. Yeah. I need to actually see him on the pitch before I can go back into that zone. Because you not know the zone I was in. And I'm going straight back into that zone as soon as he's back. Do you remember when he got that hug from Klopp and he was doing a little warm-up routine at halftime in the Chelsea?
That was Chelsea,
I have never, ever been that excited in my life in terms of football. I can honestly say, for that one moment there, I've never been so excited. I can't explain it. I don't know what took over me. I've never been so excited.
Man was gassed just to see the man on the touchline. Man even kicked ball yet.
Bro, it was mad. So
No,
I'm not letting it get to me until I know
my
he's
second
actually back, bro.
I'll be real with you. Yeah, I'm not gonna get carried away. I know Thiago said he hasn't put a return date on it, and neither has Klopp. I think Klopp said he needs to have a couple of full training sessions before we assess him. Let's just leave it there. Let's just wait until Klopp says, yeah, all right, he's ready.
Man never telling me that it was all. I dreamt it. Man never telling me it wasn't real. It didn't happen.
Man said it was all a dream.
Oh man.
All right, guys. So what we saying?
When Thiago comes back into this team, I said it before, and obviously we touched on it. We'll do less Liverpool this show because obviously it's the rival show. But in a standalone moment of just thinking about Thiago coming back and just thinking about how our midfield would be if we had them all. Yeah, the rest of the league's actually lucky we've been hampered with all these injuries. You lot were right. I take it back. We would have destroyed this league with a full team. Absolutely battered this league with a full team. And you know what? Obviously, hindsight is always a good way to make assessments as well. So, but I still stand by when I was telling you lot to be a little bit calm in the summer because I didn't think that City would be on a similar level to now. I thought they would make the signings and they would have improved. And obviously they can still improve and they're trying to blend in some new faces. So I'm not shading City in any way.
I get what
they don't seem like they've gone up a level from where they were. And I thought they would. And that has kind of allowed it to be like a continuation from what was going on before. I thought they were going to be like, we'll do this, we'll do that, we'll do this. It'll only take a little while, and then they would just be like badding up teams. It seems like they're not. And we need to take our advantage in case it does click, because it could still click. After Christmas, who knows? They might click, and then all of a sudden, they are badding up teams, and we're like, we didn't take our advantage when we were ahead of them. But
well, speaking of City, then, Drift, they've got Southampton at the weekend, which is, again, not an easy fixture.
That's Southampton
not easy.
Southampton but I'll be honest with you guys, as well as Southampton are playing, they couldn't even get past Arsenal. City would deal with this.
No, but you say that,
different game.
Southampton.
It is a different game, but guys, who's easier in the league right now apart from Sheffield United than Arsenal?
What you're saying is true because you're right. You look at the fixture list and think Southampton probably should be Arsenal when you consider form and how both teams are playing. But I still feel like, bro, do not sleep on Southampton. Remember, Danny Ings will always be a problem. Their new centre back, is it Vestergaard?
I love watching him play.
Vestergaard?
I love watching
Danny Ings. Yeah, he's settled in nicely. Bro, their team right now, Southampton, they're kind of doing what Leicester used to do a couple of years back, where like they're in and around that kind of top six. That's what Southampton are playing like right now. They can scalp anybody on their day, you know? So I wouldn't rule it out, bro.
They're a team that if they get 1 or 2 injuries will fall away. But while they've got their full strength 11, they're very dangerous. You're right. Yeah. But I just feel like if they couldn't beat Arsenal, they're not going to beat City.
I wouldn't go that. I know what you're saying.
You know what I mean? And the thing is, Arsenal probably played better than them for about maybe a third of that game as well. So it's like, and I know it sounds like I'm being horrible to Arsenal, but Arsenal's form is shocking. And they didn't at any moment really look like they could beat Arsenal. I don't know.
No, I disagree. I think it's just Southampton kind of dominated the majority of the game, but Arsenal just had one good piece of play, and obviously Aubameyang got the goal. I don't think it was a case of
before the red card. Don't you think Arsenal were fully in control of that game? I did.
No.
Yeah, I think before the red card, Arsenal were fully in control. I thought Arsenal would win the game with 11 men.
I felt like Southampton were dominating that game, bro.
In the first half, but I think in the second half, I think Arsenal would have won if they had 11 men.
I disagree. Yeah, Southampton really looked like
I think they would have lost because they would have had to come out a bit more. The 10 men allowed gave Arteta the excuse to drop everyone behind the ball. Wired up 100. LFC failed to make a sub for the first time in 908 games since Gerard Houllier, in his final match in charge, opted not to make a change in the last game of the 03-04 season versus Newcastle, also at Anfield. That's crazy. 908
He's got no one to bring on, guys.
Yeah. Well, no, he had Keita, but it's just, who do you bring him on for?
But there ain't no point bringing on Naby to risk an injury, because we all know Naby could injure himself. So
yeah, but at the same time, you you got to trust the player. If the player says, I'm ready for 20 minutes, you got to at least play him for 20,
All right.
15.
So if Keita says he's ready for 20, comes on and gets injured after 5, who'd you bring on for those 15 minutes? After Naby, there was nothing left.
Ox, Minamino. One of them.
On the bench.
No, I think Ox was on the bench. Ox was on the bench.
Yeah.
Oh, all right. Ox was on the bench. I never saw the bench for that game. Okay.
Yeah, you was, Cal. I saw that.
Bro.
No, I saw it. Just smile with it. Just smile for the people. As soon as Jeff mentioned that, you kind of did this. You kind of went.
I just don't want no smoke or drama, bro.
I saw it. I just didn't say nothing.
Shout out to Emmanuel. We'll never walk alone for your super chat. The 40-year-old Virgil. Fellas, did you see the Liverpool article from Ice Wallow come? Oh, there it is. I got caught out. I got caught out.
I got caught out as well.
Do you know what's annoying as well? I saw it happen. Do you know what's annoying? I saw it happen to Turkish as well. I saw it happen to Turkish the other day, and I'm just falling for it like an absolute mug.
Bro,
I'm a 40-year-old Virgil, man. I ain't reading that nothing.
And allow it. And you know what the wicked is? This is now when
I swear to God, if that gets cut up and put out, I swear I'm coming for someone. I am.
Motherfucker come with a cutlass blood.
To be fair, you kind of got away with it because you never said it straight. You didn't.
Yeah. You broke it up.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, but enough was said, though, innit? Enough was said.
No pun intended, Cal. It didn't fully roll off the tongue.
Oh boy.
Right.
So what are we saying then? Score results. Southampton City. What are you saying, Matt?
I'm actually gonna go draw, bro. 1-1. I'm gonna go draw.
What are you saying, Drift?
Is that what you want? I'm gonna ask you lot what you lot ask me.
No. No, I want a Southampton win. Yeah. But I just think they're gonna cause City a bit of problems. I think 1-1. Remember, bro. I predicted. What was last week? Did I say I thought Palace would beat Spurs? I was close. They got a draw. I feel the same energy with this fixture. I'm gonna go draw, bro. 1-1.
1-1. Drift, what are you saying then?
3-0 City.
3-0. I'm going 2-1 City to Southampton.
Southampton won't score past City.
Yes, they will.
I think they will.
Sleeping on the man, then, bro. Adams,
they're a good team.
Ings.
They are a good team. But I think City will score first. They'll try and open up a bit to get back in the game. City will pick them off. 3-0.
Do you want to know something? Just quickly before we move on. I think teams are really starting to get onto City's tactics and how they play.
They're not respecting them as much.
Yeah, they're not. They're really not respecting them.
Matt, it ain't the tactics, it's the effort. I've noticed that City don't make as much effort anymore. They don't press as hard. They don't run as hard. I feel like maybe they're a little bit over how hard they get worked by Guardiola. Maybe. Because Guardiola really drives you.
Yeah. He's onto them.
Yeah, I've got a feeling they could regain their desire because that can come back at any moment when you're a truly world-class footballer, which about 50 to 60% of their players are world-class footballers. But I feel like maybe they're a bit overworked and they don't work as hard. That's what it is. In that Man U game, they weren't working hard at all.
Do you know what it is?
They just weren't working hard.
Last thing quickly before we move on, Cal. I really think they miss Sane. Because the thing is, Cal, you remember this more than anybody. When Man City played, they used to do the Sterling on the right and flipping Sane on the left. And Sane was the one that really opened up the game with his lightning pace. They don't have that right now. They're having to play slightly different. Obviously, Mahrez is still a baller, but he'll cut inside. And if Sterling plays on the left, he'll cut inside. So they haven't got no one to really stretch. Sterling's the only one that can really stretch that defense, Remember, they haven't got a peak Aguero anymore. Aguero's legs are a little bit... It's not the same. They're just not the same.
I'm gonna tell you what I've always said.
Still quality.
Sterling's not as good as people think he is. And I feel like he reached his ceiling and he's on his way back down now.
No, he's not on his way back down.
No, I don't think he's finished or anything. He's only like 25. I don't think he's finished.
Yes, Vinny.
But I think those like 2 or 3 seasons he had where he was unbelievable numbers wise. Like he was just getting 30, 40 goals back to back seasons.
No, I don't think he was getting that. I never think he's got 40.
No, in all competitions, I'm sure he was getting like 30 odd goals for like 2-3 years in a row. I'm sure he was.
Nah, do you know
it's definitely not 40.
Well, he was getting stupid numbers. I'll give him that. He was getting real, especially for a wing forward. He was getting stupid numbers, and I reckon that was youth, exuberance, people not really knowing how to work him out and all that. And I reckon he's got to a point in his game now where he doesn't have enough to evolve and change, and now it's easier to work him out. So I think his trajectory will start to come down now. You'll never see another 30+ goal season out of Sterling again.
No, I think they'd have to do something a bit different. Like what Vinny said, big up Vinny, Icon Barbers.
Big up Icon Barbers, keeping us moving.
Hey, trust me.
Shout out to Rich as well.
He made a very valid point. You see David Silva, the way David Silva used to open up space for guys like Sterling did. I think that's
what did I say at the beginning of the season? What did I say at the beginning of the season? I said they haven't replaced Company, they haven't replaced Silva, and if Aguero gets injured, that's the core, as well as Fernandinho.
Yeah.
This is virtually a new team. There's no leaders in that team. There's none. I said this at the beginning of the season. There's no leaders there.
Well,
and they're playing for City out of the fact that City's a project tour. They get good money. It's not like you're moving to a Liverpool or Man United or an Arsenal, whereby there's culture and history. And don't get me wrong, Arsenal, Man United ain't been playing great, but there's culture at those clubs. There's history. There's stature. Man City, Chelsea, I tell you, these clubs are manufactured. They only have a short shelf life. It's the facts. Like, look how many ups and downs Chelsea have had.
I agree with you 90% of the way, Cal. But I think they did have a few players that did feel cultured because they were at the beginning. And I think Aguero, Sterling, Company.
That's right.
I think those guys were those guys.
They were foundation.
They're all gone.
They were foundation.
What the problem is.
Yeah. But they replaced the foundation.
And if they needed David Silva to unlock that back in the day Sterling, then he won't be unlocked then. Because where'd you buy David Silva from?
Bernardo Silva had to step up.
Bernardo can't even wipe David's ass, bruv. Let's be real.
No, I'm just saying they need him to step up because he's been poor, Bernardo. You know,
bruv, he will never be David Silva.
He won't be. I'm just saying he's the closest player they have in their squad. Maybe even Foden as well. They got a couple, but anyway, let's move on from there.
All right, next game: Everton versus Arsenal. This could be a wild one. Arteta returns to the club that made him. Even though Arsenal seem to think that he's an Arsenal legend, he really and truly is an Everton legend.
He's an Everton legend, bro.
He's moving back to the team that made him. Ancelotti versus Arteta. I'm going to be real with you. I think Arsenal are in trouble for this game.
Are you thinking that, Cal, based off of the fact that Everton are back in form? Or do you feel like it is just based on Arsenal? Because when you get those results that you have no idea how it happened, there's a possibility that Arsenal get something out of this game, whether it be a draw or a win. And everyone will go, the way the form book looked, that weren't meant to happen. But you look and you're like, I don't know how, but it happened.
Do you know what?
Can't see it happening, Drift.
Should I be honest with you, man? Drift, if you saw Arsenal's last game, they struggle to break teams down in general. The only way they break teams down is if they give the ball to Saka, and I'm not even joking, and he has to beat how many man. They haven't got a way of playing that actually opens up a team, and that's because they haven't even got any midfielders.
Do you remember when I told you like that?
Yeah, but bro, I was agreeing with you.
I know, but I'm saying, remember after we played them in the league game, and that was the third game we played them in like a month or whatever it worked out to be, and I said to you, look, they literally have got one basic way of playing to get Aubameyang to come in off that left side. And if that doesn't work, they haven't got... And I worked that out by just watching Arsenal 2 or 3 times, playing them or watching them. Every manager just sussed it out. Everyone was just like, all right, stop Aubameyang, you stop Arsenal. Literally, stop Aubameyang, you stop Arsenal. And
100%.
It is basic. Bro, you're right. The tactics are basic.
Yeah, they haven't got any creative players, as I said, other than Saka, that can really actually do something. Their wing backs are non-existent. Pepe, let's not talk about Pepe. He might as well not play for Arsenal. No disrespect, but they brought him for 72 mil, and I'm sorry, he's been absolute trash since he's come into the Prem. I'll be real. Hasn't developed. Yes, he's got ball skills, but wow, you can dribble past like two men and lose the ball. What's happening to your footballing IQ? Do you know what I mean? What's happening to your defensive nous? What's happening to your attacking intelligence? Man, they got nothing. So yeah, bro, I'll be real with you. Arsenal have flatlined. They've just flatlined. And until they get some players in of quality, bro, they're not winning many games, They're not winning many games, I'll be honest with you. They're not.
Just before we continue to talk about Arsenal, Naeem Yazin, I think I said that right. Sorry if I didn't. Bro, did you really say the super chat that was missed? Because I don't know how I missed that as well. I think people are starting
it didn't come through. It maybe people are starting to
because guys, don't start to do the trend of just saying super chat and then it makes it get called out. Because guys, come on, don't be like that. I didn't see any super chat come.
No, but did I tell you, sir?
So
we'll let this one through, but now
because the only reason I'm saying it is because if we start realizing people are just doing that, it's not fair on people who might legitimately have a one miss because you're going to ruin it because we're going to start ignoring it. And then if someone legitimately had one miss, it's not fair on them. So don't do the cry wolf thing, guys. Come on. Yeah. If that is what it is. Yeah.
Shout out to Vinny V again. Arsenal in trouble. No Gabriel either. No Gabriel in defence. Oh yeah, they're catching licks.
What are we saying? Holding and who?
And David Luiz. They could do with Lovren, but saying that Lovren's there chesting the ball in own goals at the moment. You remember? Sorry, Jiff. You remember that? You remember that rib shot you gave me on Wednesday? That's it back now, isn't it? Gave you one of them.
Well, I'm not gonna lie. Arsenal could have a 50 fit Matip and 50% fit Matip, and he'll still do a better thing than.
Do you know what? Yeah, I knew that Cal was gonna get me back when everyone was like AJ uppercut because I know that Cal loved that AJ uppercut, so he was thinking, "Right, man, caught me with one of them." Yeah, all right.
And it was clean. It was almost like it was perfect.
Listen, I'm not even gonna lie. There was egg on Degsy's face. That was joke. Because the thing is, what he did is a good thing to do casually in terms of it's a great way to just let the keeper be able to catch it. But the miscommunication just put egg on his face. It made him look so stupid.
He loved the keeper by chesting it.
Yeah, that was mad.
Like who else does a mad thing like that?
But I'm gonna put a twist in it by saying that's how skillful he is, bro. He can love the keeper with his chest.
Whatever, bro.
Just stop. For that, you should take a time out. Take a time out for that.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. When I saw that, I was like, and the thing is, people get onto me. They were like, "Have you seen what your boy's done?" I was like, "Oh,
bro, do you know how many people said it to me? It was like, make sure you send this to me." Origi can win the Golden Boot at Wolves. We're gonna speak more about that. No, we can't.
But you know what? He's not going to Wolves. Don't break my heart, Klopp. Don't do it. Don't do it. Just to let you lot in a little secret, I feel like Matt takes pleasure in my pain. I'm not going to say why. He just takes pleasure in my pain. And it's not fair. Matt, look at me. It's not nice, bro.
I will look at you dead in your eye. Let me let you know into a little secret. I'm not going to go deep. I'm just going to say, bro, what I put in the group here, man was just making sure we have the context for the show.
Yeah.
Just the context.
Look at his face. Is he telling the truth, people? You
Bro,
can,
I wanted to make sure we have the
blatantly.
context, you know.
Man, he wished that he could see my face. look, I told you.
Nah, do you know what that was? I'll be honest, fam. You see all them cater rib shots on the show? I said to myself, do you know what? He did
it in this show already. He's already done a cater shot in this show already. When he's
and the thing is,
all 20 minutes and he gets injured in 5. The 40-year-old Virgil, during a squad rebuild under Klopp, what would be the standard as far as trophies and places? Cal, apologies, bro. drinks on me if you come to the US. Now, I don't accept your apology, 4-year-old, bro. You called me out, bro. Like, I'm not just going to accept the apology, bro. Like, if that gets cut up, I'm a meme now. I don't. Like, can you stop that from happening? Can you block the internet? No. It's like your apology don't mean anything, bro. Like,
it's true, bro. The internet is undefeated, bro.
Shout out to Mad Huchira. I hope I said the name right. Thanks for the super chat. All right, guys. So what we saying? Everton versus Arsenal. What's the score?
I'm saying 2-0 Everton.
Reminded me that Gabriel ain't playing.
Mm-hmm.
But then again, if you think about the only thing that a few of their defenders are good at would be winning aerial battles, which is probably how Everton would win this game in the aerial battle with obviously Calvert-Lewin. No, on the real. We can't always just ban Arsenal and take Liverpool.
No, but I'm being real. Can all jokes aside, Drift, can whoever their right back is, Bellerin, yeah, can he even handle Richarlison? He probably can't. On a serious note, Drift, I'm being dead for real.
All right.
This ain't even banter, you know.
You're right with that. You're right with that. And even though Calvert-Lewin is so good in the air, you can even be like Virgil, and he probably will give you a hard time.
Yeah,
if you think about it though, David Luiz, Mustafi, but players like that in the air is how they will come out of a game successful. No, on the ground and intricate football is how they'll always come up short, give away penalties and all that. In the air is the only battle they can win. That does give them a possibility of maybe being able to keep Everton out. Do you get what I mean? Like, if you're going to play into it, if you've got weakness in your team, but the strongest part of your weakness is headering, then it plays into their hands as much as you would need it to. Like, if they were going to go and play a team who had a really brilliant, tricky young forward who likes to dribble and that, like a Haaland or an Mbappe or somebody, you'd be like, they've just got no chance. But if there's going to be balls whipped in and it's going to be an aerial thing, the Mustafis and Luizes and that, they might be able to keep that up. They might be able to.
I get what you're saying, Duke, but you know the common theme, and this is not me even saying, this is just me being general now. When it comes to Arsenal defenders as a whole, Duke, they all have a lapse in concentration in some part of the game, and I kind of feel like that's always their undoing. So what you may be right in terms of, the area threat, they might be able to slightly negate that because Arsenal aren't the worst team in the air. They're not. But when it comes to those lapses in concentration, bro, say, for example, I don't know, Richarlison's driving with the ball and Bellerin switches off or Maitland-Niles, whoever it is at right back. And then the other centre-back is out of position. You can kind of just see what's going to happen already. You can kind of see it.
But you know what? As I said, I know obviously we like to banter, but on this show, we also get serious at moments because we're trying to be like, proper. I don't just always... It's fun to laugh at Arsenal in 15th, of course it is. But I just want to be fair. And I do feel like Arsenal, if there's any chance there's a team that they'll be able to be good at defending against, will be a team who wants to play the ball in the air rather than on the ground. Any team who has to play football on the ground will give Arsenal way more problems than a team that wants to put the ball in the air. So I'm just saying they've probably got more chance to get a result against Everton than they do against maybe Southampton, for example. Southampton play ball on the floor. They're very good football
That's
team.
true. That is true.
So they've probably got more chance of being able to get a result against Everton than they have against Southampton. Do you see what I'm saying? So I'm going to go for a draw, you know.
No, I'm going to go for a draw. I understand your reasoning, but I just feel like I've seen it so many times with Arsenal this season. It's the lapses of concentration that really lets them down, bro. They're letting goals that you think, nah, man, you should be able to cut that out. And this is me being fair. This is not me battering us. So this is me saying their defenders can have decent games, but there's always a time in the game where there's a lapse in concentration and they make a mistake, and it always haunts them, bro. So I'm gonna call it now. I'm gonna say personally 2-0 to Everton.
James is missing still as well, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, but
I'm gonna say 1-1. You know,
bro. Remember they beat. Remember Everton beat Leicester.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, Everton are back. Everton are looking decent again. They just done back to back against Leicester and Chelsea. Don't get me wrong, that they're looking all right, but I don't. Yeah, I think 1-1. I don't think Arsenal can continue to just be poor.
You want to bet?
Nah, bro. You know it's all good to laugh, yeah, but I'm gonna make a bold statement right now. Yeah, they play Southampton Now they've got Everton, then they've got Chelsea, yeah, and
they've
everyone
also
was
got
like,
City. They've also got City in the cup.
Yeah, no, but forget the cup game. I'm just looking in the Premier League. I've got a genuine feeling that after those 3 games are finished, they're gonna get 5 points. So I don't know if they're gonna be Everton or Chelsea, but I reckon they're going to come out of that run with 5 points. Everyone's gonna be like, raw. How did Arsenal actually get more points than anyone thought they could even muster? Mark my words. So I'm gonna say draw, but if Arsenal win this game and then draw against Chelsea, I wouldn't be surprised because there's being crap and then there's your luck has to change. And at some point, Arsenal's luck has to change because they're not a relegation team. They're laughable. They are poor,
No, but
they're not a relegation
they've not had bad luck, Drift. They've just been outplayed and been poor.
And at some point, I believe that it's going to have to turn around just enough for their results to not look as embarrassing as they have been.
Not in this game. Not in this game. I think
I'm going to say 1-1.
It's not like they've been outplaying teams and rattling the woodwork, bro. They've been poor. They've been games where they ain't creating anything, bro.
Guys, they beat Man United.
Oh, bro.
No. Man United can go 3rd in the table, 2 points behind Liverpool if they win both their games. Even though they're not that great, they're not exactly playing badly in the league.
Saying,
and Arsenal beat them at Old Trafford.
Go tell them ask them again, Matt.
What's that saying, bro? What you know what it is?
Well, so you're going to put down Man U more than big up Arsenal?
No. What I'm saying is Arsenal beating Man United was the last time they actually won a game, if I'm not mistaken, in the Premier League. So what's that thing you always say, Drift? I want you to say it.
What, you got to call a spade a spade?
No, dog? You know the one we're talking about?
Oh, the sun shines and the dogs are sunbathing.
There you go. You know it does. You know it does. You know the deal, fam. You already know.
Speaking of Manchester United, they've got Leeds United at the weekend. What are we saying for that game?
Who's that? Leeds, sorry, and who, sorry?
So, Cal, what do you think the Arsenal game will be, sir?
3-1 to Everton.
Raw. Man's going 3, you know.
I said 2.
I think that's being nice, bro. I think that's being nice. I know Everton are missing Alan, which is a big blow for them. But Arsenal I just don't see anything from them at the moment that suggests they're going to win.
Fair play.
Like these like Southampton kicked off the other day, and every Arsenal man retreated into their own half.
Oh man.
Oh my!
What you saying? Dum. It's like
I'm not seeing enough from Arsenal to suggest otherwise. Plus, I don't see Arteta outsmarting Ancelotti.
Neither do I.
I don't see that happening. Not in a million years.
Neither do I, bro. I just
man said when Arteta pushed Partey, man just went, oh. The actually true definition of literally stinking up the place.
Man stunk up the joint, fam. Like real talk. Sorry, Cal. What was the other game? Sorry, Leeds United versus Man United.
Yeah, Man United.
Who's at home? Sorry, Man United at home.
Man United, yeah.
I think this is a tough one because even at Man United, they won.
If Leeds hadn't done what they did in the last game, would you think they could win this match? Because I was thinking Leeds were starting to be a little bit kind of underperforming until the previous game when they won.
No, Leeds are that team, bro. They can, on their day.
Bro, we've seen it. We've seen it.
And they play ball to the end.
Yeah, but have they really done that in any other game apart from maybe the City game? Every time I watch Leeds, I feel like, why was that the game where they ran that hard?
No. Bro, when they played Arsenal, bruv, do you know how many chances they created in that game? How many times they hit the woodwork, for example? Bruv, Leeds, it's probably maybe a couple of games this season Leeds ain't turned up. Apart from that, they've given everyone hell.
No, I mean in terms of that crazy intensity. I don't think they've played like that against anyone else.
No, but they're going to have off days. But, bro, I'll be honest with you, a lot of their games is high. But when I say to you, they don't let you breathe like for 90 minutes, you know. They just keep playing ball. And when you're getting tired, they're like, yeah, we're gonna move up another gear.
I just haven't seen it like that first game against us. That was different level up for it. That was an up for it that I've never seen before. Like,
do you know
they
what?
were up for that game.
We have though. Just we saw it with Villa, innit? Like Villa were fully up for it, bro.
Yeah,
Villa were up for it and then some, bro.
No. Do you know what? I actually will look back at that game and I still think that was one of them games where just everything went for them. It's an anomaly, man. Just everything.
It wasn't an anomaly. It was.
I will never watch that game again. Never in my life.
Just everything. Like even the other day, do you remember when all the Tottenham fans were trying to moan about the Salah goal being a deflection? Yeah. And then I thought to myself, when are like 4 deflected goals in that Aston Villa game?
Yeah.
Like, everything went for them.
Let's not speak about the Villa game.
Yeah, let's move on from that, man. I'm not gonna front. That's a nightmare game. Man United. Yeah, this could be high scoring. I think. I hate to say it. Man United will probably nick it. High scoring. I'm actually gonna say high scoring 3-2 to Man United. They'll just nick it.
What are you saying?
But Leeds will give them one hell of a game.
Yeah.
I agree with Matt. I think United will just nick it 2-1, Man U.
2-1. I'm going 2-1 United as well. I do think Leeds will score. I actually wouldn't be surprised if we came away from watching a game and we're like, right, how did Leeds not win that? I wouldn't be surprised. Yeah. The only thing with Leeds, they can be caught out on a break and they can be a bit naive when defending. But going forward, they're brilliant. But again, going forward as well, they do squander quite a lot of chances sometimes as well. So it'll be an interesting game. But I do think Man United are quite efficient when they go forward. They tend to score goals when they go forward. So I reckon they'll.
The only thing in Leeds' favour is that it's at Old Trafford. Man U have got the second worst home record out of the top teams, but they've got the best away record. It's quite weird.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, facts.
Himanshu, going to talk about the FIFA 11 interesting choices. We'll do that after we do the last game and we open up the phone lines. So we'll do that shortly. So the next game and last one we're going to talk about is Chelsea versus West Ham.
Chelsea at home, yeah?
Yeah, Chelsea at home.
Chelsea can't beat it. Where West Ham in the table, Cal?
West Ham are pretty decent. They've had some...
They're in the top half.
They're 1 point behind Chelsea. Chelsea are 7th, West Ham are 8th.
It'll be a draw. You know why?
Chelsea can't lose 3 games in a row.
Yeah. No, they won't, but they'll get a draw.
I reckon Chelsea are going to win.
I reckon
I'll go
West Ham are going to surprise you.
I hope you're right, man. I do hope you're right.
And you know what? Unless that bicycle kick has turned Hala into a Super Saiyan, then I don't.
I'm not gonna lie.
I don't think they'll score enough goals to beat Chelsea.
Yeah.
Someone was it Jordan Sosa the draw? The disrespect for Matt. No, do you know what? It's not disrespect. I just think
West Ham have been good so far this season.
Yeah, with Chelsea, they've kind of I think the pressure's got to them. And I think the pressure's kind of been showing when they come up against teams, so to speak, in the top 10. If I'm not mistaken, I don't think
they've been spending too much time trying to find Timo.
What another thing is as well, Matt, they still haven't beaten a team in the top half of the league, and West Ham are in the top half of the league.
That's what I'm saying. It's not. That's what you shouldn't write off West Ham just because, Chelsea,
I'm not writing them off. I just look at that Chelsea team and know that they know they need a result, and I think they'll produce one.
Can I just say something now? People don't even acknowledge this, and I want people to actually understand, and I'm being dead for real. I'm saying it right now, facts. Curtis Jones is ahead of Kai Havertz. I'm being dead for real, you know. As things stand right now, Curtis Jones is better than Kai Havertz. Now, I'm not trying to say that can't change, but since Kai Havertz has come into the league, and he's had obviously that high price tag, and I understand that he's had a couple of injuries. But when he's had to play, I'm sorry, I need to see more from him. I need to see the hype. People are going to start saying, oh my God, what's Matt talking about? No, you're taking liberties.
No, not
Go
from us,
watch games where you can come and tell me Kai Havertz has done even close to what Curtis Jones has done. What, in a cup game? Really? That's what you're going to come and draw to? I'm talking about Premier League. Right now, Curtis Jones is ahead of Kai Havertz, and it's not even a debate, if you ask me. I'm being dead for real, you know.
Do you know what it is, bro? we've got to keep the same energy. And that will be one of the reasons why I'll slightly agree with you in terms of your assessment of what Havertz is doing, because I know they're at different stages of their career, but we jumped on Pogba's back when he wasn't anywhere near as good as he should have been because he cost 90 mil. And fair play, that does come into it. It's not the player's fault, but that's just football. It's probably one of the reasons why people get on the back of people like Keita and Ox, because they think, right, if they only cost 10 mil, it wouldn't be a big deal. But you know, Ox was 35 mil and Naby was 54 mil. So you're like, well, we paid a lot of money for these guys.
That's what I'm saying. So we got the same energy.
So you have to keep that energy, I guess. You just have to be fair. And the fact that Havertz was 74 million, I think it was, right?
Matting, bro.
That is a lot of money.
But that's stupid money. And let's be
you're
real.
right. That is actually going into that bracket of stupid money.
Yeah,
and he's only 21. And he is in his first season in the league.
He will get better. He will get better. But I'm just saying right now.
But you're right. You do have to kind of keep the same energy. And 74 mil when he's playing like that. Like, you kind of have to think to yourself, yo, at the moment, he's looking like a flop. And he can easily turn it round. But he's looking like a flop.
Bro, and the reason I said that again is because I was one of the first people to criticize Pepe, yeah? And they cost around the same money. So I have to keep that same energy. Regardless of where they play, they both come in for similar fees, and they both were expected to kind of take their teams to a next level. Remember, Kai Havertz is supposed to be the future of German football, and yes, he's just come into the league. Yeah, don't get me wrong, he needs that maybe adaptation period. But I'm sorry, when you pay that amount of money, you probably are going to expect more. And even if Chelsea fans disagree with me, I'm sure they will all look at it and go, do you know what? Matt may be going overboard, but yeah, we expected a lot more for the money that we paid for him. We expect more. We expect him to at least kind of dictate a game. Do something.
Put it like this, yeah? You lot know how much I rate Pulisic, yeah? And I remember when they signed Pulisic, and a lot of people jumped on me when I said that he could potentially replace Hazard in terms of ability, and everyone was like, "You're talking rubbish. What are you talking about?" People laughing at the price tag of 60
You can't say stuff about Hazard. You're not allowed to, bro. You're not allowed.
Yeah, I know. But the point I'm trying to make it back to that was I saw the potential of the guy, and I know that Hazard is a better player than Pulisic. But what I'm saying is, and again, it's all ifs and buts. If Pulisic wasn't an injury-prone player at Chelsea, I think already he would have already replaced Hazard in terms of numbers and his effect he would be having on the team winning games. Pulisic is a baller. And I think people are just now realizing I was on the right track when I was saying it. And I wish Liverpool had got him. I just wish we'd done the deal. You know, Matt, when I was saying when we sold Coutinho, Pulisic was the guy. I was like, why are we just go and use that money now and go and get Pulisic? But if you look at what Pulisic did, in comparison with what people expected of him, you have to look at Havertz and think, people thought Havertz was like 3 times the player Pulisic was. Yeah. And Pulisic has performed way better in the time he has been fit than what Havertz has. So you look at it and you go, Havertz has got a lot of making up to do.
Ziyech has performed better in matches than Havertz. So has Werner, to be fair. So has Werner. So even though Werner and Ziyech haven't necessarily like smashed or like, you know, destroyed the Premier League, they're doing okay. They're doing all right. But Kai Havertz, for me, all jokes aside, because I've seen him at Leverkusen for a little while. I wanted him at Liverpool at one point. So I'm kind of surprised on how long it's taken him to adapt. Some people might say it's Lampard, the tactics, and I understand that. It may be Cal, but when you're playing him in a number 10, which they've tried to do, and he's still not really doing, I don't know.
So what are we saying for the score then? Chelsea versus West Ham.
I'm gonna say a draw.
What are you saying?
1-1. I'm gonna say 2-0 Chelsea.
2-0 Chelsea.
This is the only thing that upsets me. I think Pulisic actually goes in the same bracket, and again, not in a shady way, but I think he goes in the bracket with Shaqiri, Naby, Ox. Like, the ability is there in spades. He can't stay fit. He just can't. And the thing that's frustrating about all of those players, you know what the key problem is for all those players, apart from maybe Shaqiri, is their muscle-related injuries, and those players are pacey players. And whenever you're a pacey player, you get injured way easier than you do when you're a player who's not pacey. Because everyone knows running at high speed puts them hamstrings and them calves under different level pressure. Different level pressure. Do you know what I mean?
100%.
And Pulisic's hamstring is his problem. I don't get how he's going to get over these injuries. What is he, 22?
It's
such a shame.
Yeah,
such
young,
a
bro.
shame.
Maybe
man.
even 21.
Because if your hamstrings are done at 22, we saw what happened to Michael Owen. It's very difficult to recover. We saw what happened to Torres at 24 when his hamstring.
No, older than that.
It's very difficult to recover from it. So
no, I'm not going to go that far.
I don't know. No, you know what?
There's a debate to be had, Cal. There's a debate.
Minamino's been here for a year.
Apart from a hat-trick in the League Cup, has Kai actually done... Because I'm going to put price tag in. Minamino was 7 mil. Kai was 70 mil. Bro?
What are we saying, Cal? Minamino's at least being busy. He's busy, fam.
He's busy. He's busy.
He's busy, fam.
He's busy. I'll give him that. He's busy.
He's busy.
He's busy. All right, people. Just to let you know, the phone lines are open. So just click the link in the description and you guys will be able to have your say, Kop-Ish, on Kop-Ish. So it's time. Sign away, sign in, and we'll see you in a sec. FIFA 11, guys. So I'm going to read out the FIFA 11 team.
I thought you were talking about the game for a minute.
Man said FIFA 11. No. I was like, Carl, you're right, bro. You got Back to the Future.
Yeah, I thought we really went back to the future, 2020. Bro.
No.
Man went 2011.
So we had Alisson in goal, so our very own Alisson in goal. Defenders, which one of these really winds me up. We had Trent, Van Dijk, Ramos, and Davies. Midfield was Thiago, De Bruyne, and Kimmich. And up front was Lewandowski, Messi, and Ronaldo. There's 2 names in that I don't agree with. The rest I'm good with. What do you think those 2 names are?
Should be over Davies. It's not even a debate. And the other one is most likely up front, innit? Who was the front 3 again, Cal?
Messi, Lewandowski, and Ronaldo.
I'm going to say you're not happy with that. Actually, no. Go back to defence again.
No, defence, you got spot on. I'm good with defence.
Okay,
it's up front. You're right, it's up front.
It's the front 3. That means you're upset with not Lewandowski because he was absolutely killing it. I'm going to say you was upset with Messi.
No, I'm upset with Ronaldo. Mane should be in that team.
Bro,
Mane should be in over Ronaldo.
Yeah. I agree.
And I'm not saying that Ronaldo's obviously had a better career than Mane, but we're talking about the last calendar year or last season. Mane should be in that team. And it's a travesty. It's a travesty that Robbo ain't in that team. Like, it's actually ridiculous.
It's stupid.
Like, it's past ridiculous now. Like, what does this guy have to do to get respect on the European and national stage, the international stage? It's like true. Davies. And all right, so again, Benga, Robertson over Davies. Davies was instrumental in winning a treble. He played for one half of a season.
Half a season
he played for. And I also remind you, yes, he might have been instrumental in a treble, but Robbo was instrumental in us dominating the most difficult league in world football.
Facts.
So, I mean, I'm not buying this whole... You can't be good for half a season when another player who's balling out for a whole season, like, it's not even close for me. Like, don't get me wrong, Davies is a phenomenal talent.
He is, of course.
Phenomenal talent.
Yeah.
But just because he's more flashy than Robbo, better at dribbling, there is no comparison. Robbo is just levels. Robertson is the best left back in world football.
Yeah.
This is a good point as well. Based on what I've just said, I don't actually think Alisson should be in over Neuer either.
Do you know what? I was going to say that. Do you know what? Whoever said that, I agree with that. As much as I love Ali, Neuer had a better season than Ali. Because for one, Neuer was there. Yeah, Alisson wasn't just. So I agree with that as well, bro. So going by what Cal's saying, me and Cal both agree, and I'm sure maybe even Gifty does as well. I actually think Neuer should be the goalkeeper, not Alisson. That's me being real. 100%.
Okay, Benga, I'm just going to ask.
I think Alisson's a better goalkeeper, but you're right. Neuer probably had a better season.
Yeah.
Neuer had the
I'm
better
just going to ask Benga. You're saying we're being biased. Tell me what Davies did over Robbo last season. That's all I'm going to watch.
Everybody just likes the glitz and the glamour of the foreign players, isn't it?
And if you're saying we're being biased, why did we all just take out Alisson and say it should be Neuer?
Yeah.
I don't quite understand that, but yeah. And did we say Liverpool midfielders should be in there either?
The one thing that does always baffle me a little bit is, I'm not saying they're not great players. They're two of the greatest players to ever play the game. But are Messi and Ronaldo just always going to be in there until they don't play football anymore?
Yeah, I kind of feel
Messi.
Is that the only? Are we literally always just going to say they're just in it? Because how can you tell me that Ronaldo had a better season than, say, Haaland, for example?
Because the Haaland one I can't give to you though, Drift, because he was only at Dortmund for half the season, bro.
Yeah, but bruv, he was still badding it up before he went there. Even just because it wasn't as good of a league.
But
he was doing it in the Champions League, Cal. He was doing it in the Champions League, bro.
Yes, yeah, but you got to do it in...
He was in our group, bro.
No. Go
on, Matt.
No, I was going to say, Jeff. What you're saying, I understand, yeah? But what Cal was trying to say is this. He had half a season at Borussia Dortmund. And yes, he was lining up at Salzburg, but they are going to kind of take that into account. Because if they weren't, Drift, I would have said this. You could arguably say maybe Mbappe had a better season than Ronaldo. But I reckon they're looking at the league and thinking Serie A is still superior to the French league. We're not really going to put him in there. Because Ronaldo wasn't phenomenal last season.
I believe.
But not phenomenal.
Well, I believe whenever FIFA are doing any form of analysis on anything, they only care about World Cup and Champions League. Because if they cared about the leagues, then Van Dijk would have been Ballon d'Or winner. So they can't bring that bullshit excuse to me, bro. All they care about is Champions League.
No, but Van Dijk won the Champions League and Messi still won it over him.
Yeah, I was gonna say, Jeff, that's a whole different thing.
Because of the Messi and Ronaldo bias. That's what I'm saying. Like, there's a bias towards them two.
It's because do you know what it is, Jeff? We've all realized in football, for you to win an individual award, one of the biggest awards, whether it's Ballon d'Or or whatever, you're most likely going to be an attacker. And if you're not an attacker, you're probably a number 10 or a number 8. It's very rare that a defender wins it, bro. Remember, Cannavaro was the last defender to win that prestigious award. Van Dijk had the best single season in the 18-19 that from a defender that I've seen for. He was just the best player, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Messi was sick, but again, how do you weigh it up? How do you say Messi's goal scoring was better than Van Dijk's defending? Like, how do you split that? I look up, so then you go to what did they win? Van Dijk won the Champions League.
Let's not spend too long because we've got
Let's bring in the people.
But Cal, I want to use your boy as an example then. And this isn't me hating on Messi and Ronaldo, because if people think they should be in there, fair enough. Somebody explained to me how Messi and Ronaldo had a better season than Gnabry.
Well, this is one of the super chats I was just about to read out. So Gio said ESPN gave respect to Robbo and gave him number 1. Himanshu said Gnabry had a better season than Mane, in my opinion. He did it in the Champions League and balled all the way from the group stage to the final, like Lewandowski destroyed teams. If someone says that Gnabry has a better season than Mane, I can have that argument. I'm good with having an argument.
No. I think you're barking up the wrong tree there, because Mane was sensational. I would say Mane and Gnabry both had better seasons than Ronaldo and Messi.
That's an argument.
I think that's more the argument. Yeah, I wouldn't go as far as say Gnabry was better than Mane, but that's still a conversation. But I think Mane was the better player, but that's a conversation that you can have 100%. I wouldn't shut you down if someone said that.
Dinesh Karai, how did Messi get in? Remember Bayern Munich? That's a point as well.
And you know what, guys? Let's not be too disrespectful, even though they're a dead team. Aubameyang in that Arsenal team, winning Arsenal an FA Cup. Does that not give Aubameyang a shout to be in there over some of those players?
No, Lewandowski. Yeah, starting.
No, but they don't care about positions, Cal. It's just front three. What you think they do it on a who plays where? It's just three attackers, bro.
In the league, Messi had 25 goals Messi had 25 goals and 21 assists in the league.
That's still mad. That's kind of crazy.
In the league where Barcelona always beat everybody.
No, but
Aubameyang's in that dead Arsenal team, bro.
Yeah, they didn't win the league
either. They were.
The only reason they didn't win the league is because they bottled it.
Guys, let's bring in the people because they're waiting.
Yeah,
they're waiting.
Bring in the people. All right, first person in is Muad. Muad, can you hear us?
Yo, what's good? How are you guys?
Not
What's
too
going on,
bad, bro.
man?
Welcome to the show.
Man?
Yeah, I'm good, man. Yeah,
What would you like to say, bro?
I would like to discuss the FIFA 11.
Go for it, brother.
Yeah, I think, to be fair, I think Neuer should have got in ahead of Alisson, to be fair. I think Neuer had a brilliant season with Bayern Munich winning the treble, and he made crucial saves leading to the Champions League. And I think he had a brilliant season with Bayern Munich, so I think that was harsh on him, but I'm happy like Alisson got it. But even though I think Neuer should have got it. And regarding the left back position, I think Robertson had obviously because he played longer than Davies, and Davies only played like half the season, and he wasn't even like to the level of Robertson, in my opinion.
Yeah, I agree.
And the centre back,
100%.
Yeah,
and the centre backs, I think Van Dijk deserved to be there. And what do you guys think of Ramos? I don't think Ramos should have gone there, to be fair.
I think he should have.
You think
He's another one who just gets in from bias.
No, do you know what? I think he get. No. Let me say this.
Even though last season
he was. So I know people are going to say he scored the goals, and he did. But what you got to remember is he scored some clutch goals, Drift. So even though I know what you're saying, his defending is not on the same level as maybe even a Laporte these days. Maybe he's not even as good as a defender as Koulibaly. But even if you're a defender, Drift, and you are clutch in big moments, and remember, if you're scoring big goals, bro, it doesn't matter where you play, you're still influencing your team winning a game. So you kind of have
you get in defense in the best defense in the world because you score goals.
We're not.
All right, but Drift.
Remember when you said position?
Can I ask you? Not even to try and draw you out, but do you watch La Liga though?
I watched Real Madrid enough to know that Ramos was not the best defender in the world last season.
What, last season? Bruv, last season, if it wasn't for Ramos, they probably wouldn't have won the league, bro. He was a leader for them as well.
He
led them to that trophy, bro.
They won the league because Barcelona bottled it, man.
You can't say that, Drift.
Yeah. He did score crucial goals, to be fair. He did have like...
He did. He was clutch.
I know he scores crucial goals, but I'm not judging a defender on goal scoring. What are we doing?
No, but Drift, can I be honest with you? If this was like, and I hate to bring him up, but if Davies and Lovren, was scoring clutch goals, you probably would be like, do you know what? Yes, he wasn't necessarily the best defender in the world, but he has a right to at least be in that conversation. Because I
would say he's extremely important to us and he's clutch. I wouldn't say he's a better defender than people who I know are better at defending.
No, but Drift, in that single season last season, he was one of the. In fact, he was a massive reason as to why they won the league, bro. He was.
All right, fair enough.
You just gotta give it to him. We know he's not as great as Van Dijk and other defenders. But you still got to give it to him.
Listen, I just don't know how this guy has continued to be able to be the way he is and have everyone always bigging him up. If there was any other player in the world who had 142 red cards and did the things he done, everybody would all be slating them. But because he's a Real Madrid player and he scores goals, people just always like, I don't get it. I don't get it. He's a good defender. He ain't no world-class best defender, man. He's not. He's not. I'm sorry. I said the same thing about his partner, and everyone came for me. And then whenever Ramos ain't playing, what happens to his partner? Dodgy moments. Ain't as good as he like. Them Real Madrid defenders ain't as good as you think they are, man.
It's one season, Drift. We have to judge him on one season, bro.
Yeah, he was clutch for them.
Ramos, best defender in the world. Cool.
Bro, no one's saying that. If you're taking it to a different level, bro.
Yeah.
Murad.
Yeah, and the right back. I agree with the right back as well. I think Trent deserved it because he got most assists for defender last season, and he was consistent throughout there.
I think if Kimmich had played a full season at right back, then
I think he would have got it.
I think Kimmich might have pipped it, but Trent.
Kimmich is better than. Kimmich is better than Trent. We can't front on that. He's better than Trent.
For the midfield, I've got I think Henderson should have got it over De Bruyne, in my opinion. I don't know what you guys think.
I agree with that.
I think
of course he does.
What has? Because I'm basing this on Champions League and Premier League now. With Man City last season, they were knocked out of the Champions League, and I don't think De Bruyne he didn't do like anything in that Champions League run. And in the Premier League, they finished second with like 20 points behind Liverpool. Even though he had a good season. I mean, he had a very good season, but I still think Henderson was consistent in our season for the Premier League.
Yeah.
Yeah, Henderson was very good. I think De Bruyne was better than Henderson last season.
KDB had a phenomenal season. If you go and look at what he done, I just think the rest of the team let him down. I think there's the difference because I think if you look at some of KDB's numbers, I know we're not all about numbers on this show, but sometimes you can't even ignore them when they're that ridiculous. Like some of the assists that he was getting, and he was consistent in my opinion all the way out. But I just think, as I said before, the rest of his team though were inconsistent, and I think that's another reason why City fell off. But you can't say that about KDB in my opinion.
Yeah.
Yeah, and Thiago obviously deserved to be there as well.
Yeah.
The front three, I'm the same with Drifty as well.
He does.
I'm the same with Drifty with the front three. I think Gnabry should have been there, and Mane should have been there, and obviously up front you can't argue with Lewandowski. That guy finished.
Yeah, Lewandowski. Yeah, definitely.
Lewandowski.
Yeah.
All day.
So that
Lewandowski should have won the Ballon d'Or.
Did you guys see the manager award? I didn't
agree with it.
I think Flick deserved it, bro. I think Flick.
Yeah,
Flick done a treble, bro.
Never lying. Yeah,
mad.
Yeah,
even though
I love Klopp, but he didn't deserve it. He didn't deserve it.
He did kind of get robbed there.
Yeah.
I don't know if you can say he don't deserve it under the premise that winning the Premier League for the first time in 30 years for Liverpool is a
I think that's what they went on.
But that's why they
gave it to him. But Ranieri didn't win Best Manager of the Year when he won it with Leicester.
Yeah, but there's other managers who've won a treble with Bayern Munich, which means that they're good enough kind of in their structure and the way they are as a club that's kind of what they do, innit?
No, regardless though, bro. When Hansi
I'm not saying Klopp should have definitely won it over him. I'm just saying, So, just a quick shout out to a couple guys to say...
Say again, Murad.
Shout out to a couple guys who are saying it's hypocritical to say Trent being in there is kind of being hypocritical, saying, but Trent isn't good at defending. When you're a fullback, the rules are a little bit different. Do you get what I mean? Because when you're a centre back, the only job you should have on the pitch is to defend. Whereas as a fullback, especially in the new era, being an attack-minded kind of fullback is part of the game. So when we're judging fullbacks, attack does come into the way you judge. So it's not being hypocritical saying Ramos can't defend, but then Trent is good at attacking. They're totally different roles in the football pitch.
Fair enough. But Murad, we're going to let you go and bring in the next one. Is that all right, bro?
Thank you very much. Yeah, thank you very much.
Pleasure. Thanks for coming on, bro.
You got, man.
Thank you, bro. See you later.
For anyone asking how you call in, you just click the link in the description and you'll be able to join us. So now we're going to bring in Stephen. Stephen, can you hear us?
Yeah, I can hear you fine, yeah.
How you doing, bro?
I'm not doing bad.
Big up, bro.
What's going on, man?
Cheers.
The legend of the viewer reviews.
Indeed, Mr. Consistent.
Consistent.
Yeah, consistent.
Man, Stephen, you're the Robertson of the viewer reviews, bro.
My question tonight is basically I want to focus on sort of rival club because I think I want to focus on Chelsea, and the reason why I say that is because some of their fans that pay me off a lot. And the reason I say that is because I've been seeing them for months talking about how they're going to outwash everyone in the league and how they're going to break Liverpool and win the league comfortably. But their fans have just constantly been bigging them up ever since, they've been on this sort of winning run, if you mean. And to me, they've lost their 2 games now against Wolves and to Everton. And, for me, they're still bigging them up, and that's just, if you're losing 2 in a row, that's just not right. You just can't big them up after 2 defeats in a row. And I'm starting to hate Chelsea more than Man U. I think I've been honest with you, just because of their fan base. It's just a joke.
Couldn't have said it any better myself,
Stephen. You know when you watch those American shows, I don't know if you lot watch those shows where like you've got the high school thing and you've got like the rich kids who drive to school in like Corvettes and all that. And it's like they think they're better than everyone because they've got the rich dad and they've got all the money. That's Chelsea fans.
Yes.
That's Chelsea fans. So even when they're not winning, they're still going to talk because they're that rich, like, spoiled kid. You know what I mean? So
yeah,
let them talk, man.
It's a Brahms' money that's coming through that's making them happy, but they've got to face reality, unlike us. we don't pick them up if we lose a game. We'll still criticize them because they had a bad game. When I look at, for example, there's some Chelsea fans on the the football terrace that I watch on a constant basis. And
we know them well. We know them well.
I know. The preview was one of them, and I'm just sitting there and I'm going, what are you on about? Are you smoking crack or something? Thiago Silva better than Van Dijk? Are you serious? I was just like, what? They've got to wake up. You know what I mean? And they're gonna continue doing it. And I can't go on there. And I would be happy to go on the football terrace whenever I can to maybe try and divide that argument, because they've got to face reality now. They're gonna have some tough games now coming up, and it's gonna really test Chelsea out in terms of how they're gonna trust in Lampard and going forward.
Yeah, we've been on the football terrace a couple times with Chelsea fans, and let's just say we're undefeated against them when it comes to going back and forth and doing breakdowns of games, etc. What I find with Chelsea fans is they're very quick to spin a narrative in their favour. So if I was to say to a Chelsea fan, Salah's better than Hazard, they'd be like, no, he's not. No, he's not. Look at the eye test. Look what he does on the pitch. And then I would say, well, look at the impact Salah's had and look at the numbers. And they're like, oh, I don't care about numbers. Look at the impact. But then they will turn around and say, Reece James is better than Trent, or I don't know, Thiago Silva is better than Van Dijk, and all these other players are better than whoever. And then I'll turn around and say, but their numbers aren't better. And then they'll be like, oh, well, you know what? Well, it doesn't matter. It's the eye test. Is it like? I mean, with Chelsea fans, I just take it on the chin and say, all right, cool, if you say so, mate.
But that's the thing with Chelsea fans. You don't get that for some reason. United are our big rivals. You don't really get that much from them. And you don't really get it from Arsenal. You don't even get it from Tottenham. You just get it from Chelsea and these boys, and they're just like running their mouth on how good these players are over ours. To me, it's just baffling. And I get bored almost listening to it.
Yeah, you're not the only one.
They're the spoiled kid, bro. That's what they are. They're the spoiled kid. Yeah. Everyone's got a friend who got everything they wanted. And it just makes them kind of believe they have the right to it. I'm not saying it makes you bad people, but if you always get what you want, it kind of makes you feel like you're owed it almost, like, you know what I mean? So,
Indeed. But Steve, we're going to let you go and bring on the next one. Is that all right, bro?
Yeah, that's finished yours. I'll see you on the next. Probably see you on the next review.
Indeed.
Nice one, bro.
The web,
yeah, big up.
No, tomorrow.
Because the web, it's a big game for us tomorrow because we have to win away.
Yeah, 100%. We have to win. 100%.
You just can't. And if we screw it up, I'll be livid. And you don't want to see me tomorrow if we lose.
Nice one, brother. Nice one. All right, then. We'll catch you tomorrow, bro.
See you tomorrow.
Take it easy.
See you later, bro.
See you.
All right. Next on the stream is Scoop. Scoop, can you hear us?
Yo, Kop-Ish, what's good? You finally got me on here, man.
Yeah.
Like 2 weeks.
Yes.
What's good, man? What's good?
What's it like in the basement?
It's dark, it's dank. Minamino doing madness. Adrian's chained up. Got a few from down there, man. It's crazy.
What would you like to say, brother?
Yeah, rest in peace, Gerard Houllier. He's passed away, really took me down memory lane. So I actually want to pose a question to you guys, actually. I think it was the 02-03 season when we really started to go downhill under Gerard Houllier. And I was wondering, what transfers would you guys have done going back then to have made us get better?
Boy,
just put a rule on you guys.
That's a hard one, bro.
I think we only spent 18 million, so you've only got that to spend.
Bro,
that's a hell of a question.
2002, 2003. Was that the Owen Scoop? Was that the year we got
Scoop just gave us a whole show.
Was that for real, bro? Was that the year we got Geoff and Diao?
Yeah, man. We turned
I think we got Geoff and Diao in 2002, bro.
No, we got so 2002, 2002,
Yes,
2003
I'm
season.
right.
So yeah,
That
2002,
season.
the summer.
Oh,
yeah.
sorry. 2002, 2003 season. Oh,
Yeah. That's what I'm trying to say. So, well, for starters, you send Juve back to where he came from, and you get rid of Diao, and you get rid of the Tanak, if I'm not mistaken, because them man all come through at the same time. So for me,
no, but Matt, let's be honest. It's easy, bro. It's easy in hindsight because after what he did at that World Cup, we all thought Diop was a good signing.
Drift. I'll tell you what. This is an easy answer for one of them at least. Scoot. We should have signed Anelka instead of Diop.
That's the name. That's the name. Yeah.
Anelka was the one.
I think Man City bought him for like 14 million that year, so that's a big chunk you're blowing on one guy.
That's fine by me.
That's fine because you know why? What was Salif Diao doing?
We needed, though, innit?
That's
true.
What was Salif Diao doing? Like when we bought him, really? What was he? So I'd rather spend all that 40 mil and then spend 4 million somewhere else. But I think Anelka was really the one because remember we bought Juve I think for 10 million and he just was poor.
One of our worst signings ever.
Yeah, and his attitude and everything about him. When you really deep what this guy was about, someone that you don't want at the club, bro. So yeah, for me it was Anelka.
Same for me.
I tell you what else we should have done. We should have signed Michael Owen to a new contract.
Good point. Very, very good point.
He only had 2 years left on his deal at that point.
Yeah.
We should have signed because remember we lost Michael Owen for 8 mil because he only had 1 year left on his contract.
Yeah, but I think Michael Owen would have gone regardless.
Yeah.
I think Owen would have gone regardless. He always spoke about having that ambition.
But we would have got more money for him though, Cal. We weren't in a position to bargain, Cal. We only had 1 year left. And if you remember, only a few years back we lost McManaman and it really shook up the whole club in terms of not wanting to lose star players from the academy for free.
Yeah.
And that was why we let Owen go for only 8 mil. If we'd have signed him to a new deal, we could have got either big boy money or he would have just never left. And I know everyone don't like him apart from me, but Michael Owen's one of the best club legends for me that we've got. And him leaving was a travesty. So yeah, I think we should have. That's what I would have done in that summer as well. Give Michael Owen a new contract. So
fair enough.
Sweet.
Fair enough.
And then, do you reckon with that we'd have won the league that year? With Anelka and Owen up top.
We probably would have pushed very close.
We would have definitely pushed it. Yeah, whether we would have won it, I'm not sure. But I think attacking wise, it wouldn't have been an issue. And you just look back now, as you said, and you think to yourself like, Diop was he was the marquee signing that summer. And you swap him with Anelka and you think to yourself, do you know what? Look at the difference in quality. Yes, we might not have won a title, but we would at least have a title run or title push, in my opinion. So
yeah.
And Michael Owen as well, as you said.
Indeed.
And Anelka wanted to be a Liverpool player badly.
I know, bruv. I know.
One of the biggest mistakes we've made as a club, I've got to be honest.
Yeah. So just a quick one, guys. Do you remember why we didn't sign Anelka? Was there a particular reason why we didn't do it? Was it money or?
Apparently, it was just the deal we created, and the club weren't willing to go back on it or something like that.
No, it's because we decided to go for Diop instead.
Really, Cal?
No, but apparently it was as simple as we just told Anelka it was just a loan and that's it. Apparently we were like, it's just a loan, bro. That's all we needed you for. And apparently, who is it? One of our players even tried to beg the manager to keep him. I can't remember who it was. Was it? It was one of the senior players in the team at the time were like, yo, why are we not keeping Anelka? And I think it was I think Houllier was a bit like, nah, we're going to go in another direction. Or it was almost like you're only coming in for this little time and that's all we need you for. Later, like there was no thinking about it. Yeah, Brendan's, I think it was Carragher. One of our players were like, why are we not keeping him? Like, what's going on? And they were like, it's just 6 months. See you later. Boom. Weird one.
That's a massive travesty. That's true. Wow. Didn't know that.
Yeah, crazy stuff. But Scoop, massive thank you for coming on. Brilliant questions, by the way. Brilliant questions. Really got us thinking.
Big up, bro.
Best of luck with the show.
Thank you for your support, bro. Thank you, brother. You take care, yeah?
Take care.
Big up, bro.
Cool. All right, people. So next caller bringing in is one of the main men himself, people. Needs very little introduction. The one, the only, James Redmond. Fresh off the fresh off destroying expressions 2 days in a row. 2 days in a row. Gang business.
Gang business. Oh, please. You don't understand. I had to make an appearance. I had to. Oh, mate. You gotta admit, I had him on ropes like Hendo had his team on ropes on Saturday, mate. Like Rey Mysterio with the 619. Listen, mate, I've had all week off these people, mate. All week. Hendo this, Pogba's better. Wow, lads. I'm watching news on telly and my big fat head's just popped up. Let me turn that off. There we go. Not so distracted. But mate, do you know what's mad though? Yeah, he was like the reason why I gave that energy to expressions is because you know that's what he would have done to me. I was showing him.
Yeah. Love expressions. He would have given you the same energy.
Yeah. And I was just showing him a mirror of what he would have been, mate. That's all it was. All it was. Oh, what a result! What a team effort! And like, it's a massive statement for many reasons because this Liverpool team knows that this game against Spurs, like they know look at the last time we were in a title race, right? And we never won the league. That game against City ended up being massive, and that was in January. Are you mad? Yeah. At that time, we were thinking, even if we lose this game, if we won every game after that, which we pretty much friggin' did, mate, you'd think we'd win the league, and we never. This Liverpool team knows that. Even with injuries, they got that mentality, like, we need to get over the line today. Spurs is no joke. Even if people do think Jose Mourinho's past it, that's not in our players' heads. Our players' head, we're playing Jose Mourinho. He wants a result. And he's got, mate, Jose Mourinho was on smoke as well. I don't know what he was smoking before and after the game, talking about injuries, talking about 10 injuries, and 8 of them were from the youth system. Are you taking the piss? Sorry for swearing. But, like, you know what I mean?
No, it's cool, bro.
It's like you're taking liberties when you're chatting about your under-16s. Like, beat for real, though. You're like, when we've actually got about 7... Mind games, but it didn't work because we're too good for them. And listen, whether he deserved it or not, our manager, the man, the guy, the man of
he's the best manager in the world.
He is, bro.
He's the best manager in the world.
Overall,
yeah.
I get the reason why Flick should probably be given the nod with the amount he's won this year, and with the sheer fact that even though Liverpool won the league by such a landslide, the second half of the season win is as impressive as the first part because we didn't have as much to fight for because we won the league. And if you look at Bayern Munich in the Champions League, they were dominant. Any team that beats Barcelona 8-2 and then goes on to win the Champions League and wins every trophy in their country, they probably should get the edge. But that being said, Jurgen Klopp, mate, he's probably got the credit in the bank, which has got the edge for him for this reward. So,
yeah,
amazing.
No, I fully agree.
James, you know what's crazy? Yeah, but by the way, I went off camera to just quickly do something. I'm like, hold on, have they tried to bring in James and I'm not there? What's going on? You can't do this to me, fellas. I have to just run back to this. But you know what, Bob? You know the maddest thing about these Tottenham fans, is I'm hearing every Tottenham fan talking about how they had the better chances, they should have won and all this stuff, and I'm like, all right, first of all, let's just break this down and let's simplify this. The Bergwijn and the Kane chance goal was 1 because if the clearance isn't made from the Bergwijn miss, they don't get the corner that Kane then misses. So you can't add up chances. You can't just make rules up. Maths doesn't work like that. So that there is only 1 chance in itself. And Bergwijn's first chance, that wasn't really a clear chance. It was a good opportunity, but nobody can turn around and go, Bergwijn flop. That was on his weaker foot and he was quite like wide at the angle. So really, they had 1 chance broken down into 2 moments and that was it. And these guys want to talk about they deserve to win the game. Like, I've never seen delusion like it.
It baffled me. I can't lie to you, Drift, with the Jose Mourinho comments. The fact that Spurs fans ended up actually jumping on that bandwagon. It's like, stats are for mugs. But if you look at the stats, there's no way on God's green earth, in the name of Sweet Nancy Francis, did you dominate that game? Because that's the word that you're taking the piss if you're saying you dominated that game. Didn't you see the link-up play from our midfield? Our boy Curtis Jones. Oh my days. Oh my days.
Special.
Don't even
Special
praise.
Baller personified.
Matt, you said the perfect word the other day that's just stuck in my head ever since, and I've been using it. Undroppable is the only word that comes to mind. Now, I know Thiago's on the horizon, but mate, when he's playing like the best midfielder out of the bunch, how do you drop him? I know
you can't.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
it's mad, and it's a great headache to have. It's a beautiful headache to have.
Indeed.
I love it. People are saying it should be a James versus Jose press conference. I think James.
You know what? The only thing we do.
Go on, Drew.
Listen, mate. Listen.
Do you know what? Do you know the only thing we can do with the dilemma, and we're not dropping Genie because we want to, but he just needs a bit of a break, don't he? So we bring in Thiago and let Genie have a couple of games off, because Genie's ran himself into the ground in the last month or so.
Agreed.
So that's the only thing we do.
100%.
You know what I mean? It's nothing to do with performances, but Thiago comes in, Genie gets a bit of a break, and then Genie's ready for like that Christmas, like that period after Christmas where you got like the New Year's and all that crap. But again, I'll only believe Thiago is a Liverpool player when I see him on the pitch again. For me, I feel like I was dreaming. I feel like that whole thing was a dream. I don't feel like Thiago's real. I feel like he's old Saint Nick right now. You know what I'm saying? It's not real. I don't believe it. I need to see.
I just want to see him on the pitch.
Yeah. Did you not see that picture on Twitter where Thiago's
don't even start.
Bro, it looks like he's working security for the basement crew. I was like, Lord. Man's keeping an eye on Minamino and them guys downstairs. I was like, allow it, bro. Allow it. Like, the way that picture there. But you know
he's
what?
Trying to improve them. He's trying to get them better.
Bro, 100%. Just said it best, though. Like, I just think Gini Wijnaldum, not for form, he would be the one that you need to rest. Because you see right now, James, Curtis Jones, right now, because his confidence is so high, I think that's one thing you don't want to do is drop him. Because the confidence is right there, and because he's the youngest one as well. So while he's in form right now, you play him to the wheels full of, like, real talk. I'm not joking.
Yeah, agreed.
I'm on this Curtis Jones thing.
Bro, don't bring up that name, bro. What are you doing, Drift?
Drift, you trying to allow that name, Drift. That alias.
Basically,
there's an alias in the chat.
Someone got me to say something earlier in the chat, James, that I can't repeat because I don't want us to get demonetized. But someone's made an alias from it.
I'll bring up you like that.
Yeah.
I'll be honest with you, bro. I'll be honest with you. My bad. I only saw the comment, which I thought was funny. I didn't even see the
lie.
No, lie. No, honest.
Don't lie. That's what I said about Origi.
I never saw the name.
I'll quickly show you, James, and take it off the screen. So this is the name.
Come on.
Yeah, exactly.
Exactly. You know that demonetization will lick you fast, bro. Trust me.
Yeah, so I don't want none of that drama.
Keep making your money, boys. Keep making your money, innit?
But James, we're gonna let you go and bring in the next one, yeah, bro.
Can I ask one question? One more.
Yeah, go for it, brother. Yeah, of course, brother.
One more question. Main event UFC, and I will leave because I know this is a footy show. Wonderboy Thompson, Jeff Neal, but also Jose Aldo and Marlon Vera. What are we saying?
I'm going Vera stoppage.
Yeah, Marlon Vera.
I'm going Jeff Neal stoppage as well.
No. You're sleeping on Wonderboy.
I'm not sleeping on Wonderboy. I just know Jeff Neal hits hard,
Jeff
bro.
Neal's serious.
No, but remember, Woodley, and remember, when Woodley was kind of...
Mike Perry, like there was no tomorrow, Mike Perry didn't stand a chance.
I know.
You know what? But I'm learning to stop betting against Cal's predictions. So I agree with Cal.
No. Shall I tell you why? No. Drift. Remember when we were talking about Adesanya, Whittaker? I said it with my chest. I said Adesanya kills him. You man were like, no, man, Whittaker's the guy. I said, bro, Adesanya is different gravy. Different.
But since then,
but to be fair, Cal said Adesanya would win that one as well, though. He did.
No, I didn't. He wasn't.
No,
sure.
I was the only one that said Whittaker had a chance in that.
Okay.
Since then, though, my predictions have been spot on. Still,
they have. No, they have. I can't lie. They have.
I think with Adesanya, Adesanya was quite easy to notice. You know, I think he just had something, mate, and you could see with his striking that it was another level.
Yeah,
you could see that straight away, and you could see that the division we're going to be able to compete with that. The stance. The
crazy
precision. Oh, I don't even.
It's the feint. Sorry, James. Let's ask these to your question, James.
But
let's ask these a question. Guys, have you watched the last UFC yet?
Oh, why is Cal gonna do this?
No, I haven't.
Nah, you ain't. You see this, James? You see what I've got to work with, bro? You see what I've got to deal with, bro?
Amateurs. Listen, Callum, lad, they're not going to drop every cheese, lad. Me and you every week. You know, this Saturday, me and you are going to be there.
Bro, exactly. We're going to be WhatsApping. It's going to be on, bro. These lot let me down massively.
Live, we're going to be witnessing stars. Don't listen, bro. I filled in.
Love, bro.
Tag team, lad. We tagged in.
Thank you.
Love to everyone, man, on the channel.
Nice one, brother. Make sure you guys go and follow James as well, people. Make sure you go and follow James.
Big up every time, bro.
Legends.
Enough love, bro.
It's like Drift. It's like Matt. Peace out.
Big up, bro. Big up.
You man still ain't watch UFC. Okay, cool.
Oh, is that still we're talking about? Okay. Cool.
No, we're gonna speak off camera. Gonna bring on Neuro Beats. Welcome to the show, bro. How you doing?
I'm alright, guys. Can you guys hear me?
Yeah, we hear you, bro.
Yeah, can hear you, bro.
Quickly, just to say about the Anelka thing,
yeah.
Jared Houllier didn't like his brothers interfering. Like they were trying to shot him off to other teams as well while he was at loan at Liverpool. That's why.
Oh, I didn't know that. Appreciate that information, bro.
I even know still.
Yeah, it's on the Netflix documentary if you watched the Anelka one.
Oh, okay. I can't even front. I'm slacking. I ain't watched it yet, you know.
I haven't watched that. I hold my hands up. I haven't watched that.
Yeah, man, ain't seen it, you know. I'm slacking. I can't even front, bro.
Watch it. It's sick.
Yeah.
But yeah, quickly, guys, especially Matt, I'm glad you're back. Yeah.
It's about Keita, isn't it? It's about Keita. It's about Keita. Just rip off the band-aid, fam. Go on.
No, I'm with you here. Naby, I'm with you here. I'm trying to defend you here.
All right, that's calm. I like this. Yeah. We move, fam. We move.
Forget his injuries, yeah. Do you guys think that Naby or any player like a midfielder that runs with the ball can't survive in this Klopp system? Because I think he's being held back a little bit, and which is making him overthink things and making him not play his usual game.
That's a good point.
Before I let you answer that, Matt. Bro, those PS5 headphones, yeah?
Hey.
all right. You say nice, man, got the keys, yeah? Good, yeah? All right. We see you, bro. We see you. Respect.
You know what? I was looking for my other ones, isn't it? I couldn't find
it. He was like, oh, you know what?
Floss if you need to, bro. Floss if you need to.
On his P5 headphones, you mad?
Let people know you're about. Man's out here like Mayweather, you know?
Didn't trust me.
No, man, I'll let you answer.
No, going back to the Naby thing, you've got a point, because when Naby first come into Liverpool and his style of play was running with the ball a lot, I thought, yeah, boom, this is what he should do at Leipzig. But as time went on, I noticed that he would play the more simpler pass. He still runs with the ball, don't get me wrong. But I have noticed that, and this is another thing. You look at Curtis Jones, yeah, And Curtis Jones in the under-23 just to actually hold on to the ball a lot and make things happen. But obviously, he understands that in the first team, he's got players that are obviously more senior and he's got players of his level and better. But one thing I've noticed that he pops it off a lot quicker. Like, I've noticed, like, Naby's style of play isn't, I'm going to get the ball, pop it off and run. Naby's style of play is, I'm going to get the ball and drive with it and make something happen. And as you said, it does make me think a little bit, does Klopp really want that from his midfielders? Does he want his midfielders to kind of pop it off? It's fast movement rather than relying on one player, a.k.a. when we used to have Coutinho. Because remember, when we had Coutinho get the ball, and what do? We kind of used to kind of like stand around a little bit and watch him do his thing. And even though it provided results, it wasn't the go-to when it came to the big moments, as we saw in the end. So you got a valid point, and maybe, hate to say it, the writing potentially could be on the wall. But again, I'll reserve judgment till the end of the season. I'll wait and see.
One thing I'm hoping for is that Thiago unlocks him a little bit. And because Thiago is a good dictator, so he can dictate it. And Naby doesn't have to worry about, like, what is it, us losing the ball or anything. So he can just think, you know what, let me just take a little bit more risk from now, while we got Thiago. But another thing, I'm going to get on Cal here. I know he's got
get on Cal.
Against,
get on Cal.
He's got something against Minamino here.
Uh-oh.
Minamino, let's discuss this guy. He's been with us a year, but let's be real. Has this guy even had 2 games in a row?
Not off the top of my head, no.
Do you know what I think it is? His style of play as well is it's like, again, like a little bit with Naby. His style of play is like a nitty that needs like their fix in it.
He said nitty. I like that. I said he said nitty, but I know what he's saying.
Yeah,
but, you know.
You know, he likes to, what is it? If you watch him carefully, the guy likes to 1-2 give and go. And sometimes our players are not feeling it. Like I've seen it a lot. Like he'll and he's always asking for the ball in awkward situations. Like, what is it? He's got 2 guys. He's got 2 guys on him, but he still wants the ball. He's like, yeah, give it up. Just like he needs to just calm down in it. I think if he settles down calmly, he can be a really good midfielder, because you need that energy, especially like, what is it, when we don't have the ball, banging that energy, like running around and chasing people. But the issue is, I don't think he's like, I think Drifty said it once. Or one of you guys said that he hasn't synced in yet. He hasn't synced into the style of play. So my man wants to do 1-2 give and go, like the old Liverpool. You know, when Klopp first came, that proper fast, like, you know, heavy metal football. He's still doing that. I think he's used to that from Leipzig, but he hasn't calmed down yet. But I'm hoping as well with him, he needs 2-3 games in a row to settle down, I think. Because personally, I remember, like, I wasn't the best baller. Same thing when managers used to do that to me, when they would play me like one game and then you don't get a looking for time. It's hard for you to build that relationship with people around you.
True.
I hear that, but who do you drop for Minamino, bro?
I don't think you should drop anyone right now, because we're playing really, really good, But as soon as an opportunity does come, someone plays whack, I think they should put him in and give him a couple of games and let him get his confidence up.
Yeah, I gotta say, shout out to Dark Drifty. This is one of the funniest comments I've seen. Minamino and Cal's legs need hard food.
I swear it's drifty, you know. I swear.
I'm starting to think he's drifty. I am starting to think he's actually drifty.
Yeah, I actually think it is. The way how mine came off screen.
Yeah, off screen, and then the comments started. Yeah, I think he schedules them. I think he does
still. I think he does.
No, Little Beast, I see what you're saying with regards to Minamino. I think where it is, it's just, I've not seen enough from him yet that suggests to me he's ready and willing, not willing, should I say, but ready to be in this team as a mainstay or contribute on a consistent level. And that's, I mean, it's the same energy I've got with Origi. And neither of them have done well. You could argue Origi's done more in the last calendar year than Minamino has, but yet people are still onto Origi. So I've got to have the same energy for Minamino.
People like you, bro.
Yeah. But one sec. Now I'm gonna get to Drifty.
Right.
You defend Origi.
Right.
Origi, yeah.
All day, every day, bro, gang.
Origi, he's got the talent, no doubt about it. Yeah, my man's got the talent. But you know one thing he's lacking? He's lacking that aggression and that drive to do something. I see this guy. I think the other day, Liverpool posted the thing with Alisson and Firmino.
Yeah.
And what they're saying, they're like, yeah, they know him as he's not like, he's just like I know some of the, you guys played with some of those footballers, like they're just lackadaisical when it comes to football, innit? They're like, yeah, I'll do my own thing in my own time. But that's not how it works.
Yeah.
You need to go, like, even when he celebrates, I get frustrated. Bro, where's the emotion? He's just like, like, he's missing.
No, but Nuro, here's why, bro. Here's why, because you said it yourself when you was a baller, you knew what it felt like to get dropped for a couple of games and you play well and it was hard to get rhythm. Bro, this guy, his mentality stayed high for a long time. He was going on loan, he was getting dashed about the place, and he kept his mentality high. He was always ready, he would come in, he was professional, he done well. And I think after that Champions League season, and then he didn't really get any real chance after that, I think he kind of lost the motivation. And I, for one, don't feel you should as a professional, but I understand why. Because if your whole Liverpool career has always been, you were supposed to be given a chance and you proved you were good enough and then you still don't get that chance, how much longer are you going to keep on being that motivated guy? So for me, what you're saying is true and I do get it, but I have sympathy for him because I think if you look at the 34 goals he scored in his Liverpool career, stretched out over the time he's been there, he's done enough to show at some point he should have been allowed to get a run in the team to prove he can do this. And he never does. And I just feel bad for him. So that's all I'll say on that one. You get me?
I agree with you, like, as in, like, he could be demotivated due to, like, him being dropped after every chance he's given, yeah. However, his demeanor, like, you see the difference between, like, why I'm defending Minamino and I'm not defending Origi here is because Minamino, it doesn't matter, like, if he's been dropped, whatever. You see, he's disheartened, whatever, but he's still gonna give it, like, the energy. I need the energy from Origi. He needs to go, like, you know what, like, not to, like, in a bad way, but say, you know what, Klopp, bun you. I'm gonna show you why I need this position, and then just go, like,
I hear that.
Bully defenders, bully them, bro. Because he's got the strength, he's got the size, he's got the skill. Some of the skills I've seen him do, I'm like, bro, you need to, like, be bullying people. But he doesn't.
Minamino's in a honeymoon period, bro.
No, he lacks.
Minamino's in a honeymoon period, man.
In a honeymoon.
As Noah just said, yeah, he's lacking appetite. But that kind of coincides to what I think what Drift's saying. Because he's demotivated.
Bro, you know why he's got no appetite? Sorry to cut you, bro. His appetite's gone because his belly shrank, rude boy. His belly shrank.
Gosh. I've heard it all now, bro.
His belly shrank.
I've heard it all. What more can we say? We can't say nothing bad about Origi here.
You can't.
No.
You've got a rebuttal for everything.
But at least Neuro's actually understanding where I'm coming from. All you two is just bat away what I'm saying and diss the man.
Bro, I just said he lacks appetite from what you just said.
You see what you started, New? Yeah?
Man trying to co-sign the thing. Rocking.
No, big up those guys.
I like to say there's one thing I would always remain consistent in, and that's backing my boy Divot. So it is what it is.
We know, Drew. We know.
Yeah. And Deja love him, but we still move.
One last thing, Lovren. No. Drift, you can't get away with Lovren. I loved Lovren, yeah, until he came to Liverpool. This guy, he's another thing, yeah. He's opposite of Origi. He's too excited. He's too up for it. He needs to give some of that energy to Origi, fam. This guy, you can easily get in his head.
It's true. It's easy. It's easy.
You can just say to
No,
him,
I
"Hey,
agree
bro,
with that. I agree.
like you
with
guys
that.
play
I
football.
agree
You
with
know, there's like what is it that banter in football? Like there's people trying to get in your head. They'll say something mad to you,
Yeah.
and if you're like those crazy guys, oh, you know what? I'm gonna try extra hard to do something, and then you end up doing craziness, especially as a defender. No, you can't be doing that. You need calm
Thank you.
composure.
It's true. It's true.
Thank you. Thank you.
You know the
100%.
wickedest thing though, yeah, is that
Oh,
Matt
here
can
we go.
attest to this. I used to be one of the people that would grill Lovren. Now, Matt will know, like I'm not chatting rubbish. I used to grill Lovren, but there came a point when I realized that people never gave him any credit whenever he did play well, and there was like an agenda that went beyond the mistakes that he made. They would like just always want to be negative about him, even when he had good games. And that was when I started to switch, and I thought, no, I'm gonna back him. I'm gonna back him. And I did the same with Bobby this season. So everyone will know I'm consistent like that. If I see a player is just getting bashed to the point where it's over the top, that even if they play well, people will still brush them, then I will start to back him. Because I've even brushed Adrian when he's played well. And you know how I feel about Adrian. But if he has a good game, I'll still say he's had a good game. So, you know what I mean? Like, that was how I started to back Lovren. And as soon as he kept Ronaldo in his pocket in that Champions League final, I was like, nah, I was right. I was right to back this guy.
No,
I was right to back this guy.
You know what? I'll defend you on that point. In that Champions League final, he was the man. I don't know where he pulled it out from, but he was calm, collected, the right amount of aggression needed.
Unemotional.
Yeah,
he was unemotional, bro. Whenever he's not emotional, Lovren is that guy. But his emotions get the better of him too often. That's what the problem is.
That's it. He can't control his emotion. One last thing. I think I wanted to say one last thing to Cal. Yeah, Bobby. How can I forget Bobby?
How can we forget? Hey, how can we forget? Come on,
my man.
Come on.
This guy
now I can talk. Let's talk, bro. Let's talk.
This guy. You know what? He's been frustrating me for the last 4 or 5 months. Yeah, especially after lockdown. Or especially after, like, we finished that. I think it was a Wolves game. That last goal he scored.
All right, bro. Get to the good bit. Get to the good bit.
I'm starting with the bad bit first. He lost sight. I think it's the crowd. You know that this guy needs some of those ahs and si senor.
He does. Yeah, he does.
He needs that to feel like alive. I think that's his character. Now I'm seeing those touches coming back. Like, I didn't mind him not scoring sometimes, you know that. As long as he was linking that play, those touches, those silky, like, I love that. As soon as he gets it, and then defenders think that he's going one way, goes the other, and it's like, he's not that fast, but his freaking feet is mad. And what he did in that Tottenham game, yeah, boys, we need to give him a big shout out, because the way Højbjerg, where is he from? Still holding his shirt.
Gone back to Denmark.
Probably. Højbjerg nowhere to be seen, bro.
Was it Højbjerg that was on the floor, innit?
Yeah, he's gone back to Denmark.
Yeah.
But you know what happened? He tried to move to Hendo, and he didn't know what he was doing. He tried to mess with forces of nature. He doesn't understand. He didn't get it. He doesn't know what that captain vibe is about.
It's Eric Dyer.
Was it Dyer? Well, maybe whoever it was. Dyer should know better. He's probably been swept up bare times in England training. He should have known better. You don't mess with my captain, bro. Are you crazy?
You know what? Hendo converted me, bro. I'm part of the Hendo crew now, fam. He converted me. Welcome aboard, bro. This guy, we need him on the pitch 24/7, bro. Until he retires, this guy needs to be on the pitch.
I'm a believer as well, bro. I never used to be back in the day. I'll be like, them man know I was never a believer. And it's like one day, man just woke up and just said, you know what? I'm a believer now. Man, see what he does. I have to give man props, bro. Like, I'll be real with you. Henderson is so influential that I can't even imagine anyone else being captain. Back in the day, I used to even say, it should be Van Dijk. It should be Van Dijk. Bro, it should be Henderson. And that's it. Facts.
Yeah.
That's it. And he showed it for me. I'll tell you when this is the last thing I'll say, so I'll just jump on for the next person. But he converted me last season when we were 1-0 down against Tottenham, and he brought us back.
Hey,
and I thought,
big game.
Henderson, that's it. Sorry, bro. I apologize for me cussing you on WhatsApp bare times. I apologize. I apologize.
Back the
Agreeing
top
with
for that one, bro.
bro. You know what? I'm gonna get like at the end of this season, if we win, I'm gonna get number 20, Henderson. I don't care because we won.
Hey, send me that and I'll put that all over the thing, bro. Big up. That I might even do it myself, bro.
But no, Noah Beats, you've been brilliant. And obviously, just to let you guys know in the comments as well, Noah Beats is donating his PlayStation as a giveaway for Kopish. So,
wait.
Oh my man, he's got.
Look, he's on the PS5 now.
Look at him flossing. This guy. But no, Noah, you've been brilliant, bro. Brilliant. Definitely have you on again,
big
man.
up, bro. Big up.
Big up,
Take
man.
care,
Respect,
guys.
brother.
Take care,
Take
brother.
Easy, man.
Appreciate it, guys. Take care.
Take it easy.
Love.
Couple super chats, and then we'll bring in our last caller for the evening. Joe K, 100% agree with Drifty's views on Lovren and Origi. That's fair enough, Joe. That's fair enough.
And big up to Joe as well, because Joe's
Yeah.
he's one of the consistent reviewers as well. So big up to Joe
for real.
as well.
I hear that.
CSC, Cal, I think you should respect me more. Look, I don't want no trouble. You've obviously got something
Bruv,
on
have
me
you
in
seen
it.
his other chat? I'm not gonna front. His other ones are mad, bro. Look at the other one.
Well, there's another super chat I missed.
Nah, I'm just saying. Look what that person is saying in the chat. There's two in a row that you'll notice.
I know what you did. I'm coming for you. I don't want no trouble in it. I don't want no trouble.
All right, guys, just quickly off the back of us just ending up with that last little bit of Hendo talk. I feel like a proud father watching his son graduate from university with the way everybody's finally on board the Hendo train. It took a while. It took a long time, but finally everyone. And you know what? I've watched him grow from a boy to a man as well. It feels real father-son like. I've watched it happen. It's beautiful. Man like Hendo, my captain. So I just wanted to say that.
You're right now, yeah, Jim. Got out.
Say your piece now, Drift, about Hendo.
As long as Henderson is my captain, I will always be all right.
All right.
Our last caller of the day. Welcome to the show, Chris. Chris, can you hear us?
Yeah, I can hear you guys. How's it going?
Not too bad, not too bad.
We're massive
Loving the kit, by the way. Loving the kit.
Yeah. we watched the show literally.
Is that the missus as well? Is that the missus?
Yeah, it's my missus, yeah.
All right, big up to the missus, a real one right
big
there.
Up! Trust me. Kopish support as well in that, yeah?
Big up to the missus.
As soon as you get home from work, she's like, we're watching Kopish tonight. It's like, yeah, okay.
Oh,
real G, real
Cal,
G.
drop the beat.
All right, let me drop the beat. I'm going to drop the beat for that.
Drop it.
Yeah, real ratings. Real ratings.
I was at work, and sometimes when I hear the beat goes off, I'm just like, in my mind, I'm like, okay, because I work in an office, so I'm just like, finally, they're like, yeah, big up, you guys. You guys are really sick. I've been watching you guys for quite a lot of years, so thank you very much for providing us with great content and getting us through, these dark times. But thank you guys. My question is, Sadio Mane, Roberto Firmino, and Mohamed Salah, world-class players, but if you had to get rid of one of those front three in exchange...
Chris, you started so well, man. You started so well, bro.
in the world football, you're like, the world is your oyster, but who would you choose out of our front three?
I'm going to let Matt, because I'm hosting.
You're giving me a nice little segue into a little uppercut back at Cal for getting me earlier on with that cross-body jab. All jokes aside, I love Bobby to death.
Here we go.
But I would swap Bobby for Harry Kane or Mbappe.
Harry Kane and Mbappe, yeah. Mbappe.
If the world was my oyster, I would swap Bobby for Kane or Mbappe. But I will say, I love the fact that we could still get one of those and drop Bobby into midfield. So in my world, Bobby doesn't have to go. But in your scenario, that would be what I would do.
Solid, yeah.
All right. I'm going to use Drift's logic, yeah? Hear this now. You ready for it, guys? We're going to move Bobby to the 10, and instead of Bobby, we're going to put Divock Origi up front, and we're going to get rid of Origi, yeah? And we're going to get Mbappe or Haaland. That's how we move. You like that, Drift? You like that, yeah? As you said, Bobby's the 10. We drop him back. We get rid of Divock Origi. You get Haaland or Mbappe. I'll take that. Now, all jokes aside, seriously, I'll probably have to get rid of... I have to agree with Drift. As much as I love Bobby, I just think the other two... I just think you can't replace that. I think with Bobby, he's ever so slightly easier to replace. Whereas the other two, I don't think you can find two guys in world football that do what they do. Like that. Like, just frantic week in, week out. So, unfortunately, it would have to be Bobby. And me personally, I would go for Mbappe or Haaland as well. Because I think you add another dimension. You add another dimension to the attack, bro. That pace and that skill and technique, you can stretch defense even further now. You know what I mean? So, unfortunately. Yeah.
Do you need an answer from me, Chris, or are you happy with the other guys?
Let's move. What are you saying, Carl?
It's painful. I've even got to turn his mask over while I give this answer because he's smiling at me at the moment. If I've got to look at this in a football light, and Bobby is my favourite player, but I can't lose Mane or Salah. I can't, not just at all. Salah gives you goals and assists and numbers for days. Mane is just that predator from the wing who just never lets the defender sleep. Bobby's the only one out of that front three that you could argue could be sold for someone else. So it would be Bobby, but it breaks my heart. Do you know what this is like? This is like when you've been with your missus and she cooks that one meal that you don't like and she asks you, do you really like that? And I'm just like, no. And then she just turns her back on you and walks up to bed. And that's what it feels like. You put me in a horrible position here, Chris. I'm not going to lie, bro. But yeah, I'd get Mbappe as well. Yeah. I'd get Mbappe for Firmino. But yeah, that hurts. Sorry, Bobby, man. Sorry, Bobby. He's still smiling. Brilliant. What about you, Chris? What about you?
Yeah, good point.
Yeah, for me, it's quite easy. I was one of those fans who was on the bandwagon of, but Bobby, what does he do? Oh yeah, he plays the false nine. What's the false nine? So many of the rival fans criticize Bobby because he never scores goals. But if you respect football and respect the way the game's played, and you just spend time analyzing like the game we play, you can clearly see that Robertson Firmino isn't such a crucial instrument to where we play. And yeah, fair enough. He's not a clinical goal scorer. He's not Lewandowski. He's not Harry Kane. But at the same time, so many of our games where we've not had Bobby in our team do not look the same. And yeah, it is an easy answer for me, but it's not trying to downplay Bobby. It just shows the quality that we have, that how good Sadio is, how good Mohamed Salah, best players in the world. Literally one of the best players in the world. Forget Messi and Ronaldo and that stuff. They're dusted out here. Yeah. But you're looking at those two on the wing, fantastic. But yeah, Bobby is my answer. But I still pick up Bobby. He does his thing. Si, senor.
You brought it back. You brought it back. You brought it back. I know. Brilliant question, man. And yeah, please continue to watch and give us feedback and stuff. And again, shout out to the missus as well, man. You got a real one there, bro. She's the real MVP, bro. She's the real MVP.
Trust me.
Thanks, guys. Have a lovely evening.
You too, brother. Have a great weekend.
Take care, man.
Big up, man.
Take care. All right, guys, we're gonna start wrapping it up.
Been a good show, man. I've enjoyed it, man.
Very good show. Loved it.
Do you know what? These are fast becoming one of my favorite shows because it's unpredictable, 100%. But you get a lot of laughs, man. You really do. Yeah, this is the one show I can't even prepare for. Do you know what I mean? Like, because I don't know what's going to be asked. I just got to take it on the chin. Keeps you on your toes.
Man. So, Bobby, Lovren, and Origi took a lot of licks tonight, boy.
No, not Bobby. Bobby didn't take any.
He took a couple. I'm putting him in there, bro. He's getting on that train today. He took a couple, bro. He took a couple of last minute jabs.
No, it's always a pleasure, guys. Obviously, we're going to be back tomorrow. Obviously, got the big game. We'll definitely be back after the game, potentially how the morning goes for me, I may do a little watch along. Drift and Matt might jump in as well potentially, but just depending how the morning goes, don't quote us on that. Definitely we'll be there for after the show. Like that's a given. We'll definitely be here for after the show. Hopefully celebrating 3 points.
So Cal, I know obviously, unfortunately, I wasn't able to jump in the preview yesterday. So public apologies for that for everyone. I'm shook, bro. I'm shook.
It's going to be a tough game. It's not going to be easy. I wouldn't say
Crystal Palace away.
It's tough.
With
I know.
away form
we
and the
know
way we've been playing away from home this season. I know.
Yeah. I hear that.
I'm not going to lie. Like, I really need Thiago pretending he's a Liverpool player to just motivate everybody and just get everyone up for it. You know what I mean? Like, Thiago. Even if it's just like, you know what I mean? You know, when you see your kid and they think the Easter Bunny's real, but then they start figuring out that there can't be a bunny that knows how to talk. There can't be. Like, this has got to be fake. But they still believe and go for the Easter hunt. And they go looking for the eggs because they want the chocolate rush. Yeah, I hope Liverpool players are motivated like that. You know what I mean? Like, and just, I don't care. But I don't care if it's 1-0 for penalty in the 95th minute, bro. We have to win.
You just hear it.
Bro. Yeah, just as long as we get the 3 points, that's all that matters, isn't it? 100%.
And I can't believe I'm saying this, but it might have helped us that Benteke got himself sent off in the last game.
I disagree. I think we'd have been better. Like, I think we're better equipped to deal with a Benteke than the.
But he was 3-3, bro.
He was.
Yeah, but I still think we would have dealt with Benteke better because Benteke is quite one-dimensional at this stage in his career, whereas you don't know what's coming from Zaha.
Well, you think they'll play Zaha up front now?
I think they'll do
4-4-2. 4-4-2, bro.
Trust me. All I know is I'm a bit shook still.
No, it's going to be a tough game, but I think we'll do it.
I think we'll just edge them 2-1.
There's a part of me that's more shook about this game than I was about the Tottenham game.
Swear, and I can understand why.
I can understand that, yeah. Palace are a tough team, and we know we get ourselves up for the big games. No disrespect to Palace, but we know we get ourselves up for the big game.
But I'm hoping that Klopp is going to begin the end of this poor away record. We've got to fix it, man. We have to. We can't keep leaning on our home form. We've got to fix this away record. It's bad, man. It's really bad. So, so I just wanted to drop that in because I know I didn't get to have a say in there.
That's cool, fam.
No, of course, brother. But guys, as I said, so tomorrow you'll definitely see us, and then we'll be back on Monday. Trying to think what else we've got going on. Obviously, Christmas next week. Next Friday, obviously, we won't be doing a rival call-in because it's Christmas Day. But we may try and reschedule it for another day potentially or do something. So, we'll sort something out. For the people who weren't able to get into the call-in today, either drop us a DM on Twitter or Instagram with your name, and we'll make sure we try and get you in first on one of the next shows that we do. But make sure you do that as soon as possible so we can let you know the situation of what's going on and we can try and make that happen. Just a massive thank you for everyone who joined us this evening. Thank you for continuing to support. Subscribe if you're new to the channel. Like the video. Please like the video. And until next time.
Man like Demo, always consistent. Are you mad?
Always.
Always consistent.
Demo's one of the real ones here. Guys, until we see you next time, man like Matt, Callum, Drifty, we are Kopish. Stay blessed, stay safe, stay blessed, and we are out. Take care, people.
Peace.